What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. And just like Drew Lock, I am in your walls. Uh, and just like the Packers, we're back. That was my original bit for the intro. It's just like the Packers, we are back. Took a week off for the holiday. We hope you guys all had a fantastic Thanksgiving. We're very thankful for you guys. If you don't follow us on Twitter and you didn't see that we're thankful for you guys, you should follow us on Twitter because we already said it. But I'm saying it here as well. We're very thankful for you guys and for all the support you guys have shown this show for the past almost a year now. I mean, we've been doing this thing for close to a year, and it's crazy to think about. But yeah, here we are. But today we're going to go over week 12. We're going to talk about all the games, break them down, and then we're going to get right into our week 13 picks and previews. And then we're going to close out the show talking about the picks leaderboard and the fantasy league. But before we get into all of that, gentlemen, how are we doing?
Not great. I've had a cold the past 3 days, so I am miserable. In addition to the worst 2 weeks of a college kid's life are right now. Finals are coming up, and I'm cramming everything, and I have professors who forgot that they're supposed to grade things before the last week of the semester. So I have classes where I don't know what my grade is going into big final projects, and that's terrifying. But I got a PC, so it's not all bad. I'm not on it right now, but I do have it.
Nice.
Bro is going through it. That was a roller coaster of an explanation.
Yeah. Apologies. It's been hectic.
I noticed. No, I don't know. I'm doing okay. Been a weird couple weeks.
Oh,
Been weird. I blame Miller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we
Just
blamed
gotta pick
Grayson for those things.
Well, I was gonna blame. Now I'm gonna blame Jake. I forgot he has Drew Lock in the background. The fuck is that? What are you doing?
Just wait till I move my head.
Is that an Aaron Rodgers Bitmoji?
Oh, it's Daniel Jones.
Oh,
Daniel Jones.
I wasn't far off.
Daniel Jones is in your walls. Oh man, I like this feature.
I hate it here, dude. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to Run the North.
No, there's been worse.
No.
Yes. Yes.
I disagree.
The day we decided to create this show was the worst thing that's ever happened to it.
That's fair.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's hop right into week 12, shall we? Let's start with I don't know. Let's start with the Thanksgiving games. What was the first Thanksgiving? Oh, that was the first Thanksgiving game. Phew. Wow. Packers 29, Lions 22. What a game, dude. Let me tell you, the happiest I've been watching the Packers all year. Listen, man, these boys are going to tell you that the Lions suck. They might. These boys are going to tell you that the Lions suck, and they're not going to say a good word about the Packers. Neither of them are. So I'm going to right now before we start talking. Okay, Packers played a fantastic game. Jordan Love was great. He was far more than a game manager, as Miller will call him over and over again. Far more than a game manager. You do. Don't look at me like you don't. Yeah,
Did I say that about this specific game?
No. But still, Miller would call Love a game manager. He did much more than that in this game. He was fantastic.
Wait a minute. Last time I called Love a game manager, were you not in agreement?
Well, that doesn't fit my narrative, so we're moving on. So he did much more than that this game. He was fantastic. Made some really great throws. Didn't make bad decisions against. I mean, it's not the best defense in the world. I mean, we all know that, but still didn't make bad decisions. I liked what I saw out of the young receivers. Christian Watson finally decided that he was going to be a football player. That was good. Jaden Reed is so good. I love Jaden Reed. Big Jaden Reed guy. Dontavian Wicks is looking good. The defense played incredible. I mean, Rashawn Gary had 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, fumble recovery. Then one of the other sacks ended up in a fumble return for a touchdown by Jonathan Owens, who also played a fantastic game in place of Devondre Campbell. I mean, husband. But overall,
that's right, they're married.
But overall, just a fantastic game by the entire team. Good play calling from LaFleur, which is something that I really hadn't seen much of this year. They did a fantastic job executing the offense. Best the offense looked all year, best the defense looked all year. It all came together, and the box score won't tell you it, but they smacked the garbage out of the Lions. They were never in the game.
This is the first time the Packers have played good. Why are we executing the offense? They finally put it together, and now you want to execute them?
That was
SMH my head.
the
Weird
lamest.
fan.
Whatever. You're the lamest person ever. I hate you.
That's how I feel most of the time when
but
you
no,
do. It's fine.
but no, yeah, no. This is a fantastic game. Happy to have been watching the Packers. It won't last. They're going to get smacked by the Chiefs on Sunday night, most likely. I'm expecting that much. I expected that about the Lions too. So who knows? Maybe it'll be closer than we think. But yeah, no, they played a fantastic game, and I couldn't be happier with it. All right, go ahead and slander the Lions for a bit, guys.
No, I plan to really slander the Lions. So Miller, go ahead with like a more middle of the road take.
Did you guys know that most of the voice cast of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was Canadian?
That was the middle of the road take. Let's go.
You gave him too much to work with.
I did. I gave him too much room.
Yeah,
no, I mean, genuine thoughts. Like Lions defense, bad. It is a lot worse than I would have given it credit for prior to the season. I figured that they would have been able to figure things out schematically, but it just hasn't happened. And Jared Goff, man, just so happened to be the 2 weeks after I was finally like, you know what, I think Jared Goff is all right. He said, nope, I suck again. So I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know why he went from like playing really impressive football for the majority of the season, being really good under pressure, to just collapsing constantly. It's a really weird turnaround. On the Packers side of things, like you said, I'm happy to see Christian Watson do something, despite what some people might think. I do like Christian Watson. I'm not going to abandon my Christian Watson.
Christian Watson take.
I'm not going to abandon my love for Christian Watson just because he's a Packer. Like I think he can be a really nice ball player, and this was the first game since last season where we've seen him really like do something. So that was nice. And then to say one bad thing about your boy Jaden Reed, I can't remember. It was really early in the game. They had him like essentially lead block for AJ Dillon, like a fullback, and it was one of the most piss poor play calls I've ever seen in my life.
That was a bad one from LaFleur.
But he scored a touchdown like the next play, so he made up. It wasn't his fault. Like the who calls the plays for Green Bay? Is it LaFleur call plays?
Yeah.
Yeah, LaFleur just put him in the worst position possible in that play, and then the next play he said, all right, Matt, fuck you. I'm going to score a touchdown. But yeah, Jordan Love played a damn good game. I'm not going to call him a game manager this week. He played like a legitimate starting caliber quarterback. And also, I want to say, when I call a quarterback a game manager, it's not derogatory. Like, being a game manager is a good thing. Being a game manager is like what Kirk Cousins was until this year.
Well, your opinion of game manager. Most
no,
people, when they talk about game manager,
I know,
and
that's why I'm clarifying.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Yeah,
I understand what people think game managers are. In my eyes, game manager isn't derogatory. Like, yeah, a guy like Jimmy G or Tannehill is a game manager, but they're low tier game managers.
Right.
Jordan Love was like a mid-tier game manager for most of the season, and you can get by with that. That's 49ers Jimmy G when they went to the Super Bowl, not like end of 49ers tenure.
You heard him. Packers to the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, no. I think Love can. Yeah,
I think Love can actually make some throws. I don't.
No,
like
I do too. I'm just saying, like, that level of play, not to a T. I'm not saying he's a Jimmy G clone, but like that overall level of consistency in play is kind of what Love was doing. And then this week he stepped up to like, you know, what Kirk Cousins was prior to this year, which is a really good quarterback. Like, you know, I'm not saying I think this is going to happen every week. I'd like to see a little more consistency before I say that, but it was a damn good game. I'm not going to take that away from him.
I believe it. Yeah.
Also, didn't the Packers kicker like suck this week, or was that last week?
Both.
Wonderful.
Yeah, he's a rookie. He'll figure it out, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say definitely don't give up on him because his brother sucked as a rookie too, and now look.
Oh yeah, it's Daniel Carlson's little brother, isn't it?
Yep.
I always forget that.
Vikings gave up on Daniel after like 8 weeks. Don't pull him, Minnesota.
The Vikings had Daniel Carlson?
Yeah, you know
as a rookie, Zimmer gave up on him. Because Zimmer hates kickers.
Now they have Greg Joseph.
Man.
Greg the Leg Joseph.
Hey man, he's only been awful.
The third best kicker in the division, maybe?
We're not giving Cairo any credit here. Bro missed his first kick of the week.
And then made, I mean, he beat your team. Cairo beat the
that's
Vikings.
fair.
And also, like, that's the first kick Cairo's missed in like forever. He's been incredible with Chicago.
I don't
Like,
care. I'm
Cairo's
not
been
giving Cairo any
legit.
credit. I don't care. I'm not. He gets no credit from me.
I like CJ Ham, but this guy won't give Cairo credit, and he claims to be the kicker guy.
I am the kicker guy,
Fraud.
but Cairo
Fraud.
embarrassed kickers for a
Fraudulent.
long time. So
Fraudulent.
he's not back in my good graces yet. Make a kick when it matters.
Fraudulent.
Who is the double doink guy? Is that Pinheiro?
Cody
Parkey.
Parkey.
Yeah, Cody Parkey. Yes.
Yeah,
Don't
he's in
worry,
the vault
he's
somewhere.
definitely on my shit list also.
I would expect him to be.
Yeah, Cody Parkey's
But
out
yeah,
the void somewhere.
Geek,
Don't worry.
do you want to really go out the Lions before we move on here?
Yeah, I want to go with the Lions. Like, you guys said everything that needs to be said about the Packers, which is good. I don't like talking good about the Packers. I remember when I woke up, because I did not wake up to start this game. So I woke up and this game was at halftime.
Pretty early.
The Packers were up like 2 touchdowns. I was like, I don't know what's happening. And I didn't feel good about it because I wanted the Lions to lose, but I picked the Lions because, you know, be smart. But I didn't, I was rooting for the tie because I didn't want either of these teams to have good things happen to them. But the Lions are exactly what I was saying 2 weeks ago that they are. They're the Vikings from last year. A good offense, a horrible defense, and they just don't have the talent to get over it. And they're just not gonna. They're awful defense. And I'm sorry, Aiden Hutchinson is not a real number 1 edge rusher. He's just not. He won't be. I've talked about this. His bag is the smallest of maybe any pass rusher in the North. Like, if dude can't just bull rush you, even though he's not that strong, he just can't do anything. He can't dip his hips and go around. He can't swim move. He's got nothing. And it's tough to watch. When you need the defense to make a play, you just watch Aiden get bullied by one guy.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, and then your biggest pickup in free agency is out here getting bullied by Khalif Raymond. Like, what is happening? And like,
Stupid.
I hate it. The Lions are a bad football team, and I'm out. But they're not a contender at all.
They're not a contender, but they're still going to
not a
walk away
contender.
with the North.
Are they? They've got a three-game lead, and they play the Vikings twice.
And they'll win both of those because the Vikings stink and don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
No, see, we'll get to that when we get to
landed, I fear.
that.
It
Is
is
not
over.
the guy I've been hyping up all year. Well, not all year, but since Cuzzo got injured anyways. So we'll get to that.
Jaron Holland keeping up the Lions offense.
But the Lions offense isn't going to beat our defense. They couldn't beat the Ravens either. When they play good teams, Jared Goff can't do it.
That implies the Vikings are a good team.
Which they are not.
The Vikings have a top 10 defense in football. Brian Flores is going to make Jared Goff look like a little kid. Promise, because Goff's not good.
It's true. Joe Barry did, so I don't... yeah.
Come on now. This isn't about the Vikings offense. This is the Vikings defense.
I guess Joe Barry is
people
just as
down.
good as Brian Flores then.
No.
Matt Eberflus is just as good as Brian Flores, too.
Yep.
When did the Bears shut down the Lions?
They're both equally as good, if not better.
We made Jared Goff turn the ball over 4 times.
That's fair.
Did you know that Matt Eberflus coached Darius Leonard? You know that?
Coincidence?
That.
I think
So
it's
are the
not.
Bears in on Darius Leonard?
No, they shouldn't.
It's
be.
the
I
Eagles
didn't
and
not
know.
better than
Cowboys.
any of our
No,
current
it's the Eagles
linebackers.
and
I was going to say I
Cowboys.
saw Eagles, Cowboys.
He's only visiting with the Eagles and Cowboys.
Oh,
so it'll be
really?
one of those two.
Yeah.
Oh,
He isn't
Yeah.
even taking visits.
I
to
haven't
other
looked
teams.
at any other news. I just knew originally there were more teams that reached out to him than
Yeah,
that.
listen, I've seen just to address it real quick since it got brought up. Shaq Leonard
Yeah.
cleared waivers and is now a free agent and is going to sign for like the minimum for the rest of the year. He's going to a contender.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why there's so many Bears fans out there that wanted him. Like, I do to a certain extent because big name, worked with your coach. Cool. He's not better than Tremaine Edmonds. He's not better than TJ Edwards. And he's not better than Jack Sanborn at this point in his career. Shaq Leonard is, as much as I hate to say it, washed. Like, washed. I sat down the day he got cut and watched like 3 hours of just him. Like, if he wasn't on the field, I was fast forwarding. I didn't watch any of the Colts offense. I was just watching him. And he is completely fallen off athletically. His back injury has ruined him. He can't keep up with the flow of the play. He can't get to the ball consistently. I don't want to like dive into like the mental aspect of things, but like you can tell he's not. How do I want to put this? You can tell he's not himself because I think he's realizing that the physical aspect of his game has slowed down so much. So he, like when a player kind of realizes they're past their physical prime, it hits, right? Like it's not a fun feeling. And I think that's starting to set in for Shaq Leonard this year. So there's a lot of plays where he's like whiffing on tackles that he should make and just not getting to the ball carrier when he would a year ago. And it really, really sucks. Now, a team like Philly or Dallas, when you have an absurd defensive line and your linebackers literally just have to stand there for 3 seconds and then shoot through a gap, he'll be able to make a play or two. But he's not Shaq Leonard anymore. He's not an all-pro linebacker anymore. He's not a top 15 linebacker anymore. He's unfortunately beyond washed, as much as I hate to say it. He's only, 28, 29? Fucking sucks what his back injury did to him. It completely ruined what could have been like a Hall of Fame linebacker career because Shaq Leonard was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Keeping it on Thanksgiving, the next game we had was Cowboys 45, Commanders 10, leading to the firing of Jack Del Rio and that other guy, who I don't remember the name of.
No one cares.
The other guy. This was, domination. I mean, the Cowboys, Deron Bland makes history with his 5th pick 6 of the year. Absolutely crazy. Fantastic call. I don't know if you guys watched the game or if you saw Jim Nance's call on the broadcast. Absolutely phenomenal. That dude is legendary.
But paired with Tony Romo.
But yeah, here's the big question I have for you guys regarding this game and regarding a certain quarterback who played in it. How seriously are we taking Dak Prescott as an MVP candidate right now?
Considering all the...
I was going to say, I feel like I made this argument like 2 weeks ago that he should be probably the favorite for MVP. Yeah, he's had one bad game. I would maybe
agree. Yeah. No,
he had one bad game against the Niners, which okay. He also is the only star quarterback to even look mediocre against the Jets, and he actually looked really good. I know he probably won't get where he should be in MVP votes because of the star on his helmet. As much as that does help people, that also hinders people. So if you're not perfect in Dallas, you're screwed.
Yeah, I guess the question is if you guys had an MVP vote today, who's it going to?
Dak.
I'm still sticking with my guns and saying CMC. I really don't think this should be a quarterback year. I mean, yeah, if it has to go to a quarterback, Dak would be my pick.
Basically, that's what it has to do. I don't.
If I had an MVP vote, if they gave me Acho's vote, which they should, I would 100%. Emmanuel Acho has an MVP vote this year.
What? I did not know that.
Yeah, he's on the committee. Yeah, he publicly talked about it.
I saw the list. I didn't see that he had a vote. I saw the list.
Which,
terrible.
People are mad. Really fucking base for having Trent Williams on it.
I mean, it's based, but
the only thing I've ever respected Emmanuel Acho for is saying Trent Williams is an MVP candidate because yes, but no, I mean, it won't happen. It'll never happen. But this really shouldn't be a quarterback year. It should be CMC.
No.
It should be Tyreek.
I was going to say, if I were to pick a non-QB, I think it would be Tyreek. And there's still a world where Tyreek does it. I'm sorry, if he gets 2K receiving yards, you give it to him. I think that's basically the requirement now. A running back or a receiver has to hit 2K for it to be even considered. But then again, Derrick Henry hit 2K and it didn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Derrick Henry's season was not, it was 2K, but it wasn't that type of 2,000-yard season.
Plus, there were quarterbacks playing at an MVP level.
Right. I think that was one of Rodgers' years where he had 40 touchdowns and 45 touchdowns to 4 picks. It's okay.
Yeah. But no, this was a roundhousing. I mean, Rivera, I do not think will be fired before the season ends. I think the Del Rio firing kind of indicates he'll be around until the end of the season. I mean, he stinks. I think we know this.
Unfortunately,
I don't know if he'll even. I don't think he'll get another head coaching job after.
Don't badmouth Riverboat Ron.
I know. I love Riverboat Ron.
I hate it.
I think he'll go and he'll probably go and coordinate somewhere. Definitely.
I really don't think he's that bad of a head coach. I really don't.
He's one of those head coaches that doesn't move the needle, though.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yep.
And like
Especially when you have Eric Bieniemy in the
right
building.
in today's
like,
NFL, that's a
That's fair.
bad head coach.
See,
But-
I don't think it is as long as he has good coordinators and like a good
Yeah,
team,
but, like,
which he doesn't.
But here's the thing, dude. Is like
Right, but that's the thing. If a coach isn't elevating his team, he's a bad
What-
head coach.
here's my question.
I guess that's the argument I've been
if I'm the
making about
Commanders-
McDermott this whole time.
Yeah,
Yeah, if I'm the Commanders, what I would do, and you guys can call me stupid for this, I would fire Rivera now and just promote Bieniemy and see what he can do as a head coach.
I get why they don't want to.
I understand why
because-
they won't, but why? But also, why don't you want to see? Eric Bieniemy's never gotten a shot as a head coach.
So
why
it's-
wouldn't you at least see
there's
if he can be the guy?
Two parts to that. The owner, the new owner, is going to want to pick his guys to run this team.
Yeah.
And if he promotes Bieniemy and Bieniemy coaches really well,
Then he's
he's
stuck.
basically forced to stick with him no matter what. Whereas if you let this go, you can choose Bieniemy and the owner feels better about it.
This
He
is true.
doesn't want to be stuck with anybody. He was
is
stuck
true.
with Rivera. So he wants to stay stuck with Rivera. And
Yes.
I kind of think this letting Rivera call defensive plays is actually to try to help Ron. Like,
Yeah.
if the defense plays good, you'll be able to go get a job somewhere else. This is to help you.
Oh, I wholeheartedly believe.
I
he'll be
really
a
think
defensive
that's the
coordinator
whole thing.
somewhere next year.
So-
listen, Riverboat Ron can come back to Chicago next year for all I care.
I
I'm
think
all
he'll be a
for it.
DC
Come coach
somewhere
the
next
defense.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be with it.
This guy.
Well, I love Ron.
Me
He
too,
was
I
on the
know.
Super Bowl team.
but
Ron
yeah,
Ronald- Ron won a ring in Chicago. People don't talk about that enough.
it's true. He's got more Super Bowl rings than. No, he doesn't have more Super Bowl rings than McCarthy does. Never mind. Forgot about the one.
Not
year.
yet.
Not yet. Yeah, the Commanders are still in it, baby. The Commanders are still in it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the
They're gonna
Commanders
bring
just played.
Heineke back somehow.
Their defense just stinks, man.
Whoa, what is this?
Maybe they won't stink after now that Rivera's calling plays, but yeah,
I-
they kind of stink, and
Dude,
they're probably
what
still
talent
gonna stink.
does that defense have other than, Allen and Payne?
I,
outside of that,
I
like,
am
who's
not. Cam Curl's good.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
Cam Curl's good.
I like him. Curl.
Benjamin St. Juice sucks. I know that. He
Daniel
got a lot of
Forbes is
hype.
doo poopy water.
Dude,
Didn't even
Emmanuel Forbes, he's getting screwed over constantly, though.
Didn't even play.
We're- I know,
Like-
but like when he does, we're playing the Seahawks. I want you to go play man on DK Metcalf instead of, I don't know, Tyler Lockett, the guy who you could probably actually cover. It's just like what the Vikings did in Denver. This whole Mekhi Blackman's going to go one-on-one against Cortland Sutton all game. Byron Murphy against Jerry Jeudy. It's like, no, flip those two. That doesn't make sense. But I'm not allowed to criticize Brian Flores because then he'll leave.
I will
Yes.
say, I do feel bad for Forbes
Yeah.
because the worst case scenario for him is about to happen. Because I said this on draft night, or not, maybe not on draft night, but when the Commanders drafted Forbes, my biggest statement, my biggest take was, okay, this is cool if Ron's here because he fits Ron's defense, where he's just got to play off man coverage. If Ron gets fired, which even then I knew was likely, if not at least highly probable, then you're completely up in the air. Because if you bring in a defensive coordinator that runs pretty much anything other than quarters, you're not going to be a part of the defense. There is one type of scheme that Emmanuel Forbes can play in. And at this point, there's a good number of coaches that run it, but a lot of teams are trying to trend away from those coaches. So Emmanuel Forbes is in the worst possible position. Like, this isn't even a slight at him as a player, but Emmanuel Forbes is going to go down as one of the biggest busts of the last 20 years if they're not careful. Because this will be like, I mean, I know people have already said it, but this is like Rager over Jefferson level shit, especially with Christian Gonzalez, even though he got hurt, being the best rookie corner and probably the best defensive rookie in the league before he got hurt. Like,
I still don't
It's-
know if it'll be the most talked about miss in this draft class, though.
what,
Stroud,
Bryce
yeah,
over Stroud?
No,
I
Quentin
was gonna
Johnston
say-
over
Oh, yeah,
Zay
yeah,
and
okay.
Jordan Addison is going to be
Okay.
a
Yeah.
tough conversation.
I was about to say, I was
forever.
not about to entertain
No,
Bryce over
I
Stroud being the
didn't
best
hate
thing.
Bryce.
Okay.
I was one of the few people who had CJ as my QB1.
No, I know
I'm
you
not
did.
going to do that. I liked Bryce Young. It's just,
Right.
to me, I wanted CJ. But that was
You know,
also
huge-
being entirely biased and wanting my team to go up and get him. So
Yeah. No, never mind. I'm not gonna
No,
do
go
that
ahead.
right now.
Do it.
I
I want
was-
to hear it.
I was just gonna say, remember when you thought Quentin Johnston was like Randy Moss?
was gonna
Or could
say,
be
yeah.
No,
like
I
Randy
never
Moss?
said he was like Randy Moss. I said people said that.
Well,
And
let
then
me
I did
rephrase
say
that.
when everybody said Rasheed was like Randy Moss, I said the only player in this class with the ability to be like Moss is Quentin.
Let me rephrase that. When we were talking about how Quentin Johnston was lazy and didn't finish routes, it was
Oh yeah.
you, you said it was Moss-like, and then you
Yeah,
were
that's
also saying,
Moss-like.
well, his quarterback was Max Dugan. Why would he finish routes? Now
That's
his quarterback's Justin Herbert,
Hey,
and he
he
still
finished
doesn't
the
finish
route.
routes.
No, he finished the route and then he dropped the pass. That's different.
But he's not finishing routes on a down-to-down basis. I mean,
I don't know. I haven't watched enough, but
Quentin
I believe
Johnston's
you.
pretty doo-doo ass water.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Seems like the entire Chargers receiving room is due to ass water. Don't care.
Yeah.
We gave Keenan Allen his praise, and then for the next 2 weeks, all he's done is drop passes and be the reason that the Chargers lose a game. So I gotta give him some shit for that too. Because the minute we praised Keenan, he was suddenly a bad wide receiver.
Yeah, I blame Hammy.
I do
blame
too.
Hammy.
It's
I
his
blame
fault.
Hammy. Yeah, he pushed the agenda too hard, and now it's going back on us.
Yeah.
Finishing out Thanksgiving, Niners 31, Seahawks 13. If there's ever a game you wanted to look at the CMC MVP case for, now this is the one. This is the
True.
one, my friends. Christian McCaffrey averaged 6 yards a carry, 19 carries, 114 yards, 2 touchdowns, added 5 catches for 25 yards on top of that. And the Niners won by 18 pretty solidly.
That
Now-
throw to Ayuk.
That throw to
Tariq
Ayuk was
Woolen was-
crazy. That
Oh
was
my
a
God.
beautiful ball.
It was. I suppose you could say it was a pretty good throw.
I hate it here.
Stop it.
I'm done talking about the Niners. You know what I want to talk about, even though I'm wearing the Niners jersey, is the Seahawks should never be allowed to go full neon green ever again.
I like it.
You gotta
like
rock
them.
the blue. You got.
Dude,
I'm cool
listen,
with
man.
the jersey. Rock the blue pants. Full green hurts.
Listen,
It's
man.
such a bad.
Listen, man.
look.
I was
Why-
fighting for my life. Okay, everybody. So my entire family, there was like 16 of us watching this football game. Everyone's sitting in the same room watching this football game in some capacity, and all my family members are like, "Oh, these jerseys are so ugly. I hate them." But I had to be the one that was like, I
No,
like
you
them.
didn't. It also should have
like them.
been the white jerseys like this that the 49ers wore, with the drop shadow, the like fake throwbacks against Seattle's throwbacks. I don't know what it is with fucking NFC teams picking not good uniforms over their throwbacks in perfect situations. I'll yell about the other one later.
I just want to say,
I just
I
want
think the
better
Seahawks-
uniform matchups.
I think the Seahawks should just double down and get a neon green helmet.
No.
That should be the second helmet. You're right.
No.
You're so right. The
Why
neon
do you
green
guys
helmet
like
would go
bad
crazy.
uniforms?
Because
I
they're funky.
legitimately think
wait.
that those are fun. I think those are fun. I think
They're
I
They
just
like
can
them.
be
funky,
fine
dude.
if you wear blue pants and because it's too much lime green.
I want
Too
more.
much. No.
I
like
say-
lime green. It's
I
too
say
much.
for the games that they wear the neon green jerseys, they should have neon green helmets,
And paint
neon
the
green
field
socks,
neon green.
paint the field neon green.
The Boise State field. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You got to paint
Oh,
your
yeah.
shoes neon green, and
Oh yeah.
all the players have to soak in Nickelodeon slime for 3 hours
Yep.
prior to the game, so
Slime-
their
Yeah.
skin is
Here
neon
goes
green.
Geek again, discriminating against colors. We had this whole argument with the
Wow!
whole indigo
Whoa.
thing.
Wow!
He's back
Bro
at it.
does not
He's
support
back at it with the
the,
indigo
the
thing.
rights of neon green people.
He actually hates Nickelodeon slime.
Wait until
Ridiculous.
Rob Gronkowski
Yeah,
hears
you
about
wait until
this.
Rob Gronkowski. You're never gonna win the MVP now. You've ruined it. You're never gonna win the
Yeah,
MVP.
bro, you're never gonna be the Nickelodeon valuable player.
There's
You
never
are
there's never gonna be a quirky video online of you getting slime dumped on your head when you were least expecting it.
When we get to
Never.
go hand out
Never.
Kids Choice Male Athlete of the Year, it's just gonna be Jake and I. You're gonna have to stand
Yeah,
outside.
And
watch.
here's the Run the North podcast, but where's Geek? Oh, he's not here because he hates
got
me.
banned
on
from
green.
the
Then they
event.
better not call it the Run the North podcast.
You
if
got
I'm not there.
blacklisted. You're like
I'll
Shia
sue.
LaBeouf. You got blacklisted.
Damn. Okay. I like Shia though.
And the male
All right.
athlete of the year is Drew Lock. As we
That'll never happen.
As we
And
get
then you
thrown
wake
off
up.
the stage, because I completely ignored what the envelope actually said.
And then I
So-
open up the envelope and oh my god, it's Kyle Juszczyk.
Okay, so Is Seattle
Let's be
bad?
real. Let's be real. Who's more
Can we
likely to
like
win?
get back to football? Is
Hold on. Who's
Seattle
more
Kyle
bad?
likely to win?
Kyle
Drew Lock or
Juszczyk.
Kyle Juszczyk?
Oh my
Thank you.
God.
Kyle
Okay.
Juszczyk for
Anyways,
sure.
continue.
Is Seattle bad?
Well, they
I
have
don't
Drew
know
Lock.
what
So
Seattle
speaking of
is.
Drew Lock, if we had the male athlete, I'm kidding.
No, genuinely speaking, I don't know what Seattle is anymore.
Right?
They're not good.
Dude, they're not a real football team.
They might not
without
be bad,
Ken
but they
Walker.
are not a good team.
Like they're
They're not
actually
a
just
good team.
not.
They are not serious. I think the Rams could even pass them in the division by the end of the year.
I wouldn't be
Like-
surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be either.
And the Rams just roundhouse the Cardinals.
Everybody's
which
talking
isn't
about
necessarily the biggest feat.
the
but
NFC
still.
playoff picture and how like the Vikings should be on the lookout for somebody to steal their playoff spot. Are we gonna pretend Seattle's like a way better team than anybody in the NFC?
I don't think anybody should be pretending like they are.
I don't know. They're acting like Seattle's locked in and Minnesota's the only team that can fall out. They both could. I'd bet
Yeah.
on Seattle falling out first.
Who are the wild card teams right now?
Minnesota, Seattle, and Dallas.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. There's the two
Dallas
wild
isn't going
cards.
nowhere.
Well, yeah. The other two wild card spots are wide ass open.
Yeah. They shouldn't be, but my quarterback got hurt.
Yeah. The astronaut.
Yeah.
Not that quarterback. I wouldn't talk about
I'm
him.
just saying,
You know, my
definitely
quarterback.
is the-
My quarterback got hurt the first week the PASSTRONAUT was in the building. Seems like the PASSTRONAUT's bad luck.
Perhaps.
Just look at the
But-
picture. We'll talk about them later, but it makes me sad that this person's no longer in a playoff spot. Makes me really sad. I don't like that. Anyway, yeah, Seattle might be bad, and they might. I don't know. I don't know what to call them. But yeah, Niners absolutely crushed them on Thanksgiving night. The NFL's first ever Black Friday game, for some reason, had to exist, and it was Tim
No.
Boyle's Jets losing to the Dolphins, 34-13.
How is Tim Boyle on a roster, dude? I don't understand.
This game was so bad.
I didn't
It
even
was
watch the game.
so
Listen.
bad.
It
Didn't
was
watch it.
awful.
Horrifying.
But can I play devil's advocate for a moment?
No.
Not for Tim Boyle. Not for Tim
Oh,
Boyle.
okay. Then
Just
yes.
the concept, okay? Number one, I love that there's a Black Friday game now. I want this to continue. I think this is a great tradition that they're starting. More football on Thanksgiving weekend is objectively a good thing. I love it. Number two, Javon Holland, freaking pick six on a Hail Mary.
That was
Play
sick.
of the year.
It was
Toxic.
Play of the year. I love it. I
Uh,
am such a Javon
should've
Holland
knelt it.
stan, and I'm so happy. We're not going to
Bad
talk about
sport.
what else happened to Dolphins players because it makes me sad. But
Oh,
Javon
yeah.
Holland did a
Yeah,
good,
dude,
and that makes
yeah,
me
kid-
happy.
Okay.
We
so
do.
I've got to
I mean,
ask. We do have to bring up the Jalen Phillips
I
thing.
know.
Mostly
I just didn't want to be the one to
because,
say it.
bro, at what point is it actually too expensive for these billionaires who can afford to, pay to have grass fields maintained? Let's stop pretending like these are poor people
Right.
and need to worry about their money. Fuck their money.
Right.
But at what point is it
Also-
just more expensive to pay for your players to get their Achilles fixed than it is to just have grass?
Also, the two teams play at MetLife, so one owner wouldn't even be
Right?
fielding that entire
No,
cost.
but I mean
Split it!
every stadium in the NFL. Why is it not just all grass? I don't care.
I'm really hoping, like,
Well, I think it
you know-
might just be like because this doesn't happen at SoFi, and like SoFi
No.
also has two teams play, and like it's like so like I think that like the thing that people argue about MetLife
it's
is that they
because
play
the
double
New
the games
York
there,
owners suck.
That's
so
fair.
that's why it's so their injury numbers are so
And I mean,
inflated. But like this
I
doesn't happen
get
at SoFi. And
torn
like,
Achilles happen everywhere. Kirk's happened in Green Bay on grass. Like it can happen whenever and wherever. But there's something about at least that specific type of turf that really fucks people over. Apparently,
Yeah, no, it's
Minnesota
crazy.
uses a similar type, so fucking change it. Put
Yeah.
in grass.
And listen,
Also, your stadium is mostly glass. There is no they won't get enough sun if there's grass there. Yeah, well, it's a glass stadium.
and even if they wouldn't, brother, you got the money. Put in a fucking
Put in
fake
UV
sun.
lights. It's not that hard. Like I
Yeah,
don't understand.
Just listen, it's literally New York. Just call up Otto Octavius. He's got the power of the sun in the palm of his hand.
it's true.
It's
you're
such
in
an
his,
easy fix.
He's in your city, probably just sitting
He's
around waiting for
literally
something
there.
to do right
Yeah.
now, and
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
wasting his talents.
Can we
Um,
change the
really
name
fun.
to just the New York Doc Ox? I think that'd be
but
sick.
but yeah, I mean, there really isn't much to say about this game. It was pretty cut and dry. We all knew it was going to happen.
But
Boyle's-
there
What,
is
how is Tim
something-
Boyle on a roster, dude? That's
that
still
is
hurts
something
me.
that is something that
Aaron
philosophers have been
Rodgers.
debating for
The dude
thousands
wasn't
of
even a
years.
real
Rodgers is the
college
reason why
player.
he's on a roster.
No, but why
The
did it
only
start?
reason
Because
he's on a roster.
Detroit felt bad for him. Wasn't that the first place he was? I can't remember.
No, he was in Detroit
Um,
after the Packers. I don't know why
Was he?
Detroit signed him. I don't know why the Bears signed him. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we
Who-
did have him temporarily.
The
Oh yeah,
reason
Green
why-
Bay, Detroit, Chicago, New York, wild.
Now,
How
Green
did
Bay
he
'cause
get
of
on a
Rod-
team?
I don't know how he got
imagine-
on the Lions and the Bears, but he got on the Jets because
I had better college numbers
I
than
want
he
my
did.
friends.
Listen, you guys know that meme where it's like society now, society if blank happened, it's like the futuristic utopia.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just society where Tim Boyle is QB3 in New York, society where Kurt Benkert is QB3 in New York.
True.
Like what
I
does
miss Kurt
Rodgers
Benkert
not
in
like
the NFL.
Benkert? Is he like the one Packer that Rodgers didn't
He
like?
actually does like Benkert. He said that
Then what-
multiple times.
Then why didn't he get him a job?
As far as I know, him and Rodgers are pretty cool. Actually,
Then
They
why
developed
didn't
a
he
pretty
get
good
him the job?
relationship. I don't know.
I don't even like Kurt Benkert. I think the dude's a moron and just yaps online. But if he was playing, we'd be saved from that yapping. And also, he's
Yeah,
better
sure.
than Tim Boyle.
Yeah,
Everyone's better than Tim Boyle. They have Trevor Siemian on the roster.
Bruh.
Why is Tim
Bruh.
Boyle getting playing time? And why, Robert Saleh, did you watch a human who should not be on an NFL field play and then go, he's going to continue to start. We have all sorts of faith in him. I get
Yeah.
you're the head coach, but also just answer it like Kevin O'Connell did about Josh Dobbs. You know, we're gonna look into it, you know, kind of see how things fall, you know. Leave it open. Don't just say, yeah, dude sucks, because yeah, that's a bad thing to do. But like acknowledge that
open.
maybe some
Yeah.
stuff needs to change because it's
Uh,
bad.
he probably had the box score up, but Miller. Can you
No.
guess which Dolphins running back averaged 8 yards a carry in this game?
Was it Savon Ahmed?
Nah.
Ah.
Bears legend.
Oh,
who
Darrington
averaged
Evans! I forgot
Yeah.
Darrington Evans went to the Dolphins.
2 carries for 16 yards.
I totally forgot Darrington Evans went to the Dolphins.
He did.
Good for him, man.
Yes,
Good
but
for him.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if either of you guys have any other closing thoughts, but this game sucked, and I don't want to talk about
I
it
will say
anymore.
two things, both related to quarterback play. Number one, and I say this with my full chest. I mean this wholeheartedly. Tim Boyle is the only quarterback in the NFL I think you can genuinely make an argument that current Colin Kaepernick would be better than.
100%.
Like, I know that's like
He'd at least give you a bit more juice.
right.
mean-
I know Kaepernick hasn't played
But it's-
football in what 7 years at this point, 5
Yeah.
years, 6 years.
I don't care. If you've played in
There's
the
no
NFL
way.
and been mediocre, you are better than Tim Boyle. I
Right.
don't care.
There's
I
no way
think
he's not.
Brett Favre could walk out of retirement right now and outplay him. Promise.
Bro, call up. Have you guys seen that Tostitos commercial
Call
with
up
all the
Joe
old,
Namath.
I mean, that's definitely one way to go about it. But no, have you guys seen that Tostito commercial? And it's like Dan Marino, Emmett Smith, and Jerry Rice, and they all go out in the NFL
Yeah.
like in their current state. Yeah, call up Dan Marino. There's no way he's worse.
There's no
Um,
way.
Number
No
one.
way it's
Number
worse.
two, we got to talk about Rodgers. Why?
Oh, why does he want to come back? I thought you were going to do the how is this even possible? It's like because he doesn't do anything.
It's possible because it's modern medicine.
And it's modern medicine, and he's not a real NFL player. That sounds really bad, but he doesn't move. He can just stand there. It doesn't matter.
He
Yeah.
led a 20-point comeback against the Bears on legitimately one leg.
Yeah,
Like he does. I'll admit that Packers' offensive line is much better than the current Jets' offensive
yeah,
line.
that's the thing. though.
But-
Why does he want to come back? Is the big question here.
It might not be his Achilles, but he's probably going to get hurt again in some capacity.
Yeah, he should not play behind this O line.
It depends on when he's going to be able to come back. If they win this week and he can come back next week, he should do it because the
they're
AFC's up
still
for
in
grabs
playoff
for the wild card.
contention, and
But
then
if they lose this week, I wouldn't
Well,
even think about it.
then you
Here's
better
the-
put
I wouldn't
Simeon out
even
there
think
if you
about
want to
But
change.
the thing is, they're playing the Falcons. And it's their defense versus Desmond Ritter, so there's a chance they do win.
That's
There's
fair.
a chance they do win. So if they
Right.
do, and he can come back next week, I would encourage you. But if they lose this week, I think it should be
Here's-
no shot for Rodgers. to
Here's
come
the
back this
thing,
year.
though, right? Aaron Rodgers is 39 years old. His
That's a
physical,
fact.
not saying he's washed, but his physical peak is objectively behind him.
Mm-hmm.
The Jets have, I think, a 1% chance to make the playoffs.
Look.
He suffered an Achilles tear 79 days ago.
Mhm.
And we want to throw him back out there behind the Jets' offensive line.
I don't.
Right. Well,
If
I
I
meant
were him,
we
I
as in
wouldn't
like
play.
the Jets do. Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping that a couple of the people I've seen on Twitter that are just trying to say this is a publicity stunt, I hope they're right. And
yeah.
like, it does
I
this
see what you
thing
mean
where
there.
they just opened his window and then like next week in practice we just hear, oh, he suffered a setback, he's done.
Right. And all
Not
he's
because
doing
he
in
actually
practice,
suffered a setback. Like, he can still practice. I don't
Yeah,
care.
they
Just
didn't
like
open
say it
him
and
up.
be done.
They didn't open him up to do anything other than throw the ball at practice. So he's just
Right.
going to be out there playing catch without
No,
pads
but
on.
no, they opened up his 21-day return
Oh,
window.
well, yeah. But I'm saying,
That's
like,
what I mean.
for
Yeah.
now, okay. Yeah, but
Yeah.
right
No, I
now,
just
all
mean
he's
like
able to do is
Yeah,
go
they
out there and play
opened his
catch.
window.
I
Technically,
get
he could
what you
play
mean.
on
Okay.
Sunday.
Yeah, right
get
now
what
He
you
the
won't, but
the Jets have a 2.97 chance to make the playoffs.
yeah,
Now,
dude.
look,
So
I'm not
When you're
gonna sit
relying on
here.
other things to happen, don't bring
Right.
the quarterback back to die. That's
Right.
ridiculous.
I'm not going to sit here and act like a medical professional or like that I'm a qualified doctor, but I don't think it takes a genius to see how irresponsible this can end up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be the asshole that's like, his Achilles has the chance to do the funniest thing, but like, yeah. Like,
Yeah,
it
but I don't
could
even
end
think
really
it would be an
badly.
Achilles. I think there's more likelihood that he breaks his collarbone again, and just getting
Right.
murdered.
Anything could happen because
Like,
if he comes back, he's going to be limited mobily, if at all. If
even
he's
if he
able to
was
move at all.
perfectly healthy, I don't want him to come back.
And the Jets' offensive line sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, perfectly healthy, I don't want my 39-year-old quarterback behind that O-line.
At
I
this
don't.
point, if I'm the Jets, dude, just sit him for the rest of the year. Admit that the season's a wash. Give up the second-round pick instead of the first-round pick, and then try to run it back with Rodgers next year at full
Go
health.
build a real O-line. I'm
Right.
sorry. Basically, let everyone on that O-line go. Nobody's any good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm over it. Like, nobody's worth
Well,
keeping.
they got a rookie that's all right, but otherwise,
Even then, though, I don't really care. Go do whatever you got to do. Sign
Yeah, well,
5
yeah,
new guys. I don't care.
right? Whatever you got to do, yeah. But
Like,
it just seems so irresponsible to bring him back this year. And I understand a lot of it is probably Rodgers pushing, trying to be like, imagine the ratings I'm going to get if I come back from an Achilles tear before the season ends.
okay, it's not just that. I think it's more. I genuinely think it's more of a legacy thing. Imagine if he's living in his own head of imagine this team that's 4-7. I come back, lead them to a Super Bowl. What's the like? I will forever be known as like the greatest to ever do it because of what I did then. That's how
Right.
he's viewing it, I think, because he's kind of an egomaniac, and like
that's
kind of
yeah,
you have to be some sort of an egomaniac to get
Sure.
to the NFL, like,
Yeah.
sure.
but like he's like levels.
But yeah, the point being, this just seems like such an irresponsible and risky decision. Now, I'd love to be wrong,
Yeah.
and I would love for Rodgers to come out and fucking light it up. Like, I hate to say it, but I am rooting for Rodgers in New York for nothing else other than to spite the fucking Packers, because if Rodgers goes there and wins a ring, it'll be the funniest thing of all time.
True.
But, I mean, I mean, and even then, I'm not rooting for anybody to get hurt unless they're number 4 in Cleveland, but Rodgers, even though he's kind of an asshole, he's not like a scumbag. He's not human filth. He's just, like you said, an egomaniac. And that's all right at the end of the day. I there's one on this podcast, so I know they're all right. But he's not going to react to that. Okay, cool. Anyways,
I wasn't
that
paying
being said.
attention. No, so Ryan Shazier's trending on Twitter.
Oh,
So
don't bring it up. I saw it. Don't talk. Yes, Jake.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't.
What did I
being
miss?
told that.
I made a joke calling you an egomaniac.
Oh
I
yeah, I
said-
wasn't paying
I
attention.
said an egomaniac isn't the end of the world because there's one on this podcast. And Jake looked at me really concerned like I was talking about him.
I was like, oh, well,
Also, what?
Yeah, don't talk about the Shazier thing. It's sad.
No.
mm,
So Miller, you have a page on my podcast has an IMDb page.
Yeah, allegedly. I saw the tweet too.
what?
Yeah.
What?
Now I got
Hold on.
Yeah, the Scuffed Ass Podcast series 2019 and onward. You don't have a cast and crew listed. But it's
We're
there,
gonna go fix
195
that though.
episodes.
I think I can deal with that. I'm the guy who runs
Oh
it.
my god! Can you add me as part of the cast?
I don't know. We're gonna see. I'll deal with it later, though. That's
Hell
kind
yeah.
of interesting.
Crazy. It just
That's sick.
all it has listed is the episodes, like how
Hey,
like the number of
that's a
episodes.
step though. We can bump that up. It's fine.
Let's go. Listen,
That's sick though. I'm sorry.
my IMDb credits are beginning,
Yeah, he now
they
has
will
a
only go
singular
up.
IMDb credit.
and then I'll have one for.
That's
the
not
North.
true. He has like 4
Yeah.
because recurring. That's incredible. I'm so sorry. Sorry for derailing the show. For
No,
that.
I mean that was no, that's cool. All right,
Whoa.
gentlemen, the
Oh no.
Indianapolis Colts are 6-5 after a 27-20 win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
6-5.
Minshew Mania, man.
Minshew
I was
Mania,
wrong.
251 yards and a pick.
I'll admit it. I was well. You know,
He's not that
listen,
good.
It's the Jonathan Taylor
he's
show.
not that
pal.
good. But listen,
Yeah,
He's
it's his
Heineke. He's the
moxie.
backup you want to have.
His
I don't care where
moxie
you
is
are.
carrying the Colts right now. He's
You
got.
know,
He stole Heineke's plot armor. Point. We were talking about Josh Dobbs stealing Heineke's plot armor when Gardner Minshew was right under our noses.
I was gonna say Dobbs never had it. It's been Minshew the whole time.
Minshew is the real.
But
main
also, we
character.
should be worried about the Colts because Jonathan Taylor's hurt again. So, like,
Oh yeah, and he's out for the
what do
year.
they do? What?
I'm pretty sure he's getting season-ending surgery. I saw.
I thought he
two,
was.
2 to 3
what?
weeks. I saw.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was like,
I
he was
saw.
still listed. Oh my god, listed as doubtful to play Sunday. Like, there's still a chance he was going to play again.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah,
I was
he's not
wrong.
even going to land on
I'm happy
injured
to be
reserve.
wrong.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought you were right, and it scared me.
Usually does.
Ugh, all right, but yeah. So that's a bad thing for the Colts moving forward. Josh Downs is kind of good, so that's cool.
Kind of good. Josh Downs is awesome. My wide receiver 3 agenda is thriving.
Is it though?
Yes.
Has he looked better than any of the 2 yet above him, or Jordan Addison, or Tank Dell?
He's looked better than JSN.
Oh, that's not fair. JSN doesn't get a play, and
No, I
Gino's
know.
exactly
But
who I thought he was. But
Point
worse
more with
than
that
everyone else
is when I'm saying it's thriving, I mean Josh Downs is killing it. Like,
Yeah.
even if he isn't the 3rd best rookie receiver, he's fucking incredible. This is.
that's fair.
Let me bring this up since
I
we're on
just
the
have to be
topic.
judgy because you hated Jordan Addison, so I got to yell about it because
I
he's
didn't
great.
even hate Jordan Addison. I just he was all right. I wasn't
awesome.
the biggest fan, but I was wrong. Jordan Addison is great. That being said, can we talk about for a second? Everyone all offseason was telling me that this wide receiver class was bad. There weren't a lot of big names in it. These guys weren't going to be good. All like the big talking heads in the media.
Yeah.
How fucking awesome have the rookie receivers been this year?
Right.
So good. Well,
They've
all but
been
one.
Awesome.
Well,
yeah, all of them but Quentin Johnston.
Yeah.
He's been the outlier. But everyone else, Tank Dell's been incredible. JSN's looked good when he's actually gotten the football.
Yeah.
Josh Downs is the best receiver in Indianapolis right now. Jordan Addison's looked awesome. Zay Flowers is fucking him. Then you've got guys like Tyler Scott has shown some flashes. Jonathan Mingo hasn't quite been there, which makes me sad. I like Jonathan Mingo. Jaden Reed's been really good. Like, it's who's that?
Mo Alley Cox.
The debate
right.
is over. The debate is over. Riley Cox on
legend.
4th down. The Colts are in need of a conversion. He went up and got him a 30-yard conversion on 4th
He's him.
down. The debate is over. Mo Alley Cox is better than Austin
Interesting.
Hooper.
What's up?
Diana Rossini said that the Chicago Bears have had conversations about possibly hiring Jim Harbaugh if they fire Matt Eberflus. Which seems cool when you first read it.
Protect
But then
your
you realize,
signs, NFC
You're
North.
gonna get the
then you remember-
cheater. You're gonna get
but then
the
you remember that
cheater.
Jim
You're gonna get
Harbaugh
the
has been in
cheater.
conversations for the Bears head coach job for the past decade.
He was
And it
also
means
in
very little.
conversations
He
for the
also
Vikings
was a
head coach
Minnesota
job.
He also was the
and-
Vikings head coach for like 30 minutes.
No, it never was
He was just in
official.
Minnesota.
We just tried not to let him leave Minnesota. And then he was like, but I want to.
Can I
he went-
please leave?
No,
Please
he
get me
wanted to
outta here.
also go interview somewhere else. And the minute he walked out of the building, we're like, all right, we're hiring KOC then.
Yeah.
It was basically like, you have this job, but if you leave this building, you don't have this job.
Yeah.
And he was like,
You're
I'm
worse off
going to
for
go
it.
interview over here. And now he's in Michigan getting called a cheater. So
Well, I mean,
We're gonna play a fun little game.
crumbles.
no,
All right.
boy. Here we
Jake, you like to play your games. I'm going to list off a lot of rookie wide receivers, and you guys are going to tell me whether or not you think they're good, just so I can prove a point. So I'm just going to go off this list I have before me. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Good. That catch was crazy. He's good.
Jordan Addison.
Bad.
This
Hater.
guy.
All right.
Good. Good.
Quentin Johnston.
Horrendous.
Zay Flowers.
Good.
Marvin Mims.
He's been fine.
Meh.
Jonathan Mingo.
Meh. That was a terrible attempt at a catch. I don't know what he was doing. Meh.
Yeah. Jaden Reed.
Good. Good.
Rasheed Rice.
Good. No, he's good. I hate
Josh
to say it.
Downs.
He's good. Good.
Jalen Hyatt.
I actually have no idea.
He's been kind of okay.
I think
Yeah.
He had
okay.
like
I
100
think
yards
good.
last week.
I'm a box score watcher with him.
No,
I don't watch.
He's
sponsored
been
games
like
with Giants.
good. Like he hasn't been
He's
special.
Statistically,
but-
he's been
Threat.
good. Statistically, he's been good.
He's
Yeah.
been a
And
deep
that's
threat. He,
on a not real football team. So
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say. I'm gonna say good. I'm gonna say good.
Yeah.
for now.
yeah.
Cedric Tillman.
Good. Had a few
Has he
catches.
done
against the
anything?
I don't
Broncos.
think he's played.
He had 5 catches for 44 yards against the Broncos or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's
Good
right.
enough.
He's getting played now because they traded Donovan Peoples-Jones. I forgot
think-
about that.
I forgot
in
they
my
did that.
my head as a prospect, he's good, but right now,
Tank Dell.
good, good,
Michael Wilson.
good for a
I like
game.
Mike.
Good.
When he's
Like
been
it.
in, he's been good.
Good.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say when he's in, I like Mike.
Xavier Hutchinson.
I don't
Has
think
he
he's
played?
a snap
No,
for
and
the
I got tricked
Texans.
into putting him in my top 10. I'll never forget
He's
a certain
good,
someone.
but
I
I know
still
who. But
I
know
didn't
who
like
too.
Xavier. Listen, I really didn't like Xavier Hutchinson, and then this guy was like, "Oh no, you got to go watch him again." And I watched him again with that bias in
he-
the back of
is-
my
he's
head.
on the Texans?
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think
he's not even better than Tank Dell.
Not even.
yeah,
close.
but okay, that's not really fair. Tank Dell's turned out to be like
I
awesome.
know.
No,
Incredible.
and but it's also the Texans receiver room, while not star-studded, isn't bad. Like
No, it's a
even
good
John
room.
Mechie, like
Noah Brown has been
Yeah.
okay, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Collins is a legit wide receiver 1, but yeah,
But anyways, continuing. A.T. Perry.
Saints not great. I don't think he's been that good for them.
I don't think he's gotten a lot of play.
He
He
hasn't
had that
played that
touchdown.
much.
I was
but
gonna
yeah,
say, he
outside of that.
fucking
Some meh.
mossed what's his face.
Tyler Scott.
Bad. I don't think he's done anything this year, has he?
He's had a couple big catches for the Bears. He's been inconsistent. is the
Oh,
best
I'm
way to
going
put
with
it.
bad just because he cost you the game. That
Yeah.
means he's bad.
Bad.
Yeah, I mean,
If you
he's
can't track the ball as a receiver, you're not a good receiver. That's all I
yeah,
got.
he's had some really bad moments, but also some pretty damn good moments. So it's a lot of inconsistent play. Puka Nakua.
Good.
Awful.
Good.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
Hate him.
Raheem Jarrett.
Maryland guy. I don't know where he
I
went.
have no
Even
in
clue
the
who that
Tampa.
is.
I don't know if
Yeah.
he's playing.
He's
Trey
definitely
Palmer.
not. Good.
Good.
Trey Palmer's
He's
good.
made some good plays
Surprisingly,
for
yeah.
Tampa this year. Charlie Jones, I don't think has gotten much play.
Steelers, Browns, Bengals.
Bengals.
He's a good returner. He's a good
Yeah.
returner, but he's not that much of a receiver.
And finally, Dontavian Wicks.
Good. Good. He's gonna be a star. I love that guy. Good.
So I just named off 22 receivers, and what, 3 of them weren't good?
Mhm.
Maybe 4?
Yeah. And I'm gonna be the psycho. I still have faith in Quentin Johnston to get better. I'm bought into the
The
idea that
potential's
the
there.
Chargers don't have a good wide receiver coach.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Because I don't know. We all had our questions about Jordan Addison, and then fucking who is Minnesota's wide receivers coach? Is it still Keenan McCardell? Or is it
I'm
some
not sure.
either? I think it's still Keenan, but either way, like he hasn't let a receiver be bad in Minnesota ever. So, yeah, he's still our wide receivers coach. So, like, maybe if you just get Quentin a real wide receivers coach that didn't turn Keenan Allen into a bad receiver, he'll be like good. And I'm not saying he'll be the best receiver in the class. I'm way out on that, but like he's not. I don't think he's gonna be as bad as he has been this year, but he absolutely could be.
Right. Either way, main point is over 15 receivers from this class have been immediate contributors in the NFL.
Yeah.
And multiple of them are like true wide receiver ones.
Yeah.
Indeed. Media is lying to you. Don't ever listen to them. Only listen to us because we're an independent news source.
But we're also the media. We are
media. We are not the corporate media.
We are independent.
See, I spoke to a gentleman today at my college campus, and he told me about the corporate media. The corporate media is evil and out to get you.
Big NFL wants you to think that.
Big NFL
wants you to think that the rookie receivers aren't that good.
They also want you to think fullbacks are irrelevant. Guess what? They're not. Big NFL, we're going to burn them to the ground.
But I'm here to tell you the Patriots are the worst team in football.
Yeah.
I guess we can get right into that. Yeah. Giants 10, Patriots 7.
Bro. They love
I absolutely hate that the Patriots are tanking correctly. I do not like that.
It's because Belichick's the GOAT. He knows how to tank.
They're getting Caleb Williams or Drake May. Either or.
I want Belichick to flub it so bad and pick like JJ McCarthy.
I want him starting quarterback in the NFL. Am I cool to say that? You guys gonna kill me for saying that?
What'd you say?
I think Mac Jones is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL.
Tim Boyle starting.
But he's not a starting quarterback.
You mean out of the actual starters?
Yeah. I think Zach Wilson's better.
He's not a real starter though. He was a backup.
So somebody has to be the real starter.
Rodgers is the Jets starter. He's just been hurt.
Yeah, I mean he's not as good as Pickett. He's not as good as Howell. I'm trying to think of guys who were like
being worse than Pickett is so rough.
Bro did not watch the game this week.
Pickett actually played all right.
He has had one good game in his career. Congrats to him. I don't care. I'm over it.
He's unfortunately not better than the Predator.
Yeah, he's probably the worst quarterback in football.
He's the worst quarterback in football. Not the worst quarterback.
I don't know. Tim Boyle might be better though.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Has Mac Jones ever made a throw?
But hey, good news, boys. I don't know if you guys saw this. Patriots practice today. The only two quarterbacks who threw a football: Malik Cunningham and Bailey Zappi.
Matt Jones get Zappi the fuck out of there.
Mac Jones just stood behind them and did not throw a football.
Listen, Bailey Zappi is just Mac Jones with Riz. I don't know why Belichick can't put that together.
I just want to see Malik, bro.
Malik Cunningham is mobile. He has an arm, and he can play wide receiver.
I need Belichick to just run an offense without a quarterback.
That would be classic.
He probably
so Belichick
could.
Direction
manage.
I was gonna say it's just Ramondre Stevenson and Ezekiel Elliott doing the Ricky Williams, Ronnie Brown Wildcat from 2008.
Yeah,
I'm so down for that. Actually,
yeah.
If you really work, you just run every receiver a little underneath route and have Zeke either dump it off or run every play.
It'd be so sick. I'm so here for it. I mean, he can throw as good as Mac Jones.
You can teach any NFL player to take a 3-yard check down. I almost guarantee that.
Yeah.
So, especially Belichick.
Now we need Ramondre.
Is Tommy DeVito good?
Tommy DeVito.
No. I mean, he's not bad.
I want him to be good because I want him to be the Giants quarterback forever.
Listen, I just started playing Mafia 2. And I played Mafia over the summer. I played Mafia. It's one of my favorite games of all time now. I fucking love that game. And the main character in that is Tommy. So now every time I see Tommy DeVito, I'm like, oh my God, my boy made it out. He did it.
Dude, I love that he doesn't high five his teammates. They all do this. It's incredible.
And I love how they asked him about it. He was like, it's just that. It's just that.
Saquon loves that dude, bro. Saquon loves that dude, bro.
Listen, Find you someone who loves you like Saquon loves Tommy DeVito, dude. I
Saquon
am
loves
so
that
here for
dude.
it.
God,
Maybe
Jalen Hyatt had a day. Jesus Christ.
Maybe
Yeah,
he
I
just
told
hates
you.
Daniel Jones and just wants him to be jealous.
Which I
and he's
feel
just like-
really bad for Daniel Jones.
I don't.
I mean,
because
he got
Tommy
hurt.
DeVito's
He
got
got-
more media attention.
Is
He's
he?
always been a cunt. He's always come off to me as a douchebag.
I've never seen Daniel Jones speak before.
Fair.
He's a baby. But yeah.
I've only
Yeah.
ever seen him look goofy as shit and then
Yeah.
get hurt,
But
sadly.
the Patriots are
Yeah.
Bill Belichick zapped Jake out of fucking existence for trashing
That was
the Patriots.
incredible. The Patriots are going to end up, nope.
Bill Belichick's at his desk somewhere, like fucking.
Big NFL just yoinked Jake out of the podcast.
He's just like, Jake talks sports, deleted.
That was so fucking incredible.
Bro, Belichick hacked your fucking
Belichick
Wi-Fi.
just yeeted you. Jesus.
Dude,
The
yeah,
Patriots are going to yoink.
What actually happened was I was trying to close out a different tab and I accidentally clicked on the StreamYard
Oh
one
my
and closed it
God.
out.
Incredible.
That's
That is what
worse.
actually happened here.
Professional podcaster here, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I'm not. We don't make any money. Yeah, so I don't want to talk about the Patriots Giants anymore, so we won't.
That's fair.
All right, Steelers 16, Bengals 10.
First game in what 4 years the Steelers have gone over 400 yards.
games. Without going
First
over
time this
400
year they've
yards.
outgained their opponent, and it just so happened to come the week after firing Matt Canada.
I wonder why. I really
Matt
do.
Canada, listen, I'm not gonna sit here and be like Matt Canada was the problem. Kenny Pickett's fine, but like Matt Canada was the problem. Kenny Pickett was a
You
secondary.
still need a
problem, but
real
oh my God.
quarterback, but
Certainly. But I am really curious to see what Kenny Pickett would have looked like with the different
with a real coach, for
OC.
sure.
Yeah,
That's fair.
like
That's fair. I shouldn't say a real coach because Mike Tomlin is absolutely, I'm gonna say it, the best coach in football. Don't care. He has a team that has a bottom 5 offense and a bottom 5 defense, and they're gonna be a playoff team. You're the best coach in football. I don't fucking care.
I still stand by Tomlin Coach of the Year.
Yeah,
but
I get it,
I don't
yeah.
think he's the best coach in football.
Dude,
He's
give me
having the
another
best
coach.
season out of. He's having the best season out of any coach, but I don't think he's the best.
I don't know. He's never had a losing season, and it doesn't matter. Dude, he had Mason Rudolph playing quarterback for him for a year.
I'm still taking Shanahan and Big Red over him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen both of those
And Belichick.
coaches have awful seasons. And be
Listen,
awful.
man, I know the Steelers are winning, but there's one man in Pittsburgh who's not very happy, seemingly. Number 18 does not want to be there anymore.
You know what? Deontay
He
Johnson
does
just became
not
my favorite
want to be there
Steeler.
anymore.
He doesn't want to be there. I don't want to be. I wouldn't want to be
Free
there
my
either.
man.
Do you see his
He-
quarterback?
On the play where Jalen Warren fumbles and it's returned, he not only does not block, but then after he sees the fumble, proceeds to walk the opposite direction of the guy running away with the football and just starts strolling around the field like he has absolutely nowhere to be.
He doesn't. He doesn't get paid enough for this shit.
Granted, it was the play right after he dropped the touchdown, so he's probably pretty upset about that. And he was just like, you know what? No, I don't get a touchdown, then I don't stop. Then Jalen, we don't get a fumble recovery. But yeah, Deontay Johnson is fed up. He does not care anymore.
Would you?
No, but Najee Harris. I don't know how the Bengals are ranked against the run defensively.
I don't know,
but man, that one run was
the Bengals shouldn't be bad against the run. They have BJ Hill, DJ Reader, Logan Wilson. Like they should be able to stop the run.
Sadder about this Najee Harris performance that this happened. That one run where he got stuffed after 5 yards and then just continued to go for like another 15 was crazy.
Najee's settling into a role as like a. How do I want to put this? Not a power back because it's not power back. It's
the bruiser.
No, not a bruiser. No. I don't want to call him a bruiser. He's still a little too spooked to contact. He's what's the opposite of a scat back?
He's basically what Minnesota's trying to do with Alex Madison. Only Madison's just not afraid to be a football player.
Yeah.
He just fumbles ball sometimes.
He's an
And it's only
inverse
been like twice,
scat
but
back, is what he is.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Because I refuse to say power back until I see him actually
Dude, him and Warren are a good duo.
Yeah,
They were a good 1-2 punch. I like the way
Warren's awesome.
Yeah, I like the way the Steelers worked on offense. I think the play calling was much better. They were actually letting Kenny Pickett utilize the middle of the field with Pat Fryermuth. Huge getting him back too. Pat Fryermuth being back was huge.
Komet's still better.
That dude is sick. Not for long. That dude is sick.
I'm not a huge Fryermuth guy.
I like
always have
Muth, but
been.
Komet's better.
I never have, and I'm sorry, he's been bad for like 90% of his career. He's had 4 good games. I don't care.
You don't know
And half
that.
the time it's his fault.
You're just making up numbers. You don't know that.
A little bit. I
he's
said
had
like
5.
4 good games. He's
He's
had
had-
5. My bad.
That's a nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source
brother.
that I made it the fuck up.
Because there is no one in the NFL I feel worse for than number 9 in Carolina.
Oh,
Titans,
good.
Titans 17, Panthers 10. My lord, this team is
I don't even care about the game.
No.
What the fuck is David Tepper doing? Everyone in the
He's
building
being a
wanted
goofy
CJ
little guy.
Stroud. But
No,
we
the fuck
got
they
Price.
didn't. I
But that's what he
promise
said.
you.
Goofy little
Yeah,
guy.
I know. Tepper also is fucking ridiculous.
Like,
I'm
I get
sure.
what he's trying to do. He's trying to make himself look like the hero because he's like, no one else wanted Bryce, but I did. So I'm going to stick by Bryce. Me. But really,
Dude, Bryce Young's not even that bad of a pick. In reality, I liked Bryce Young. Did I think Stroud was better? Sure. Did it matter? No. I like
Bryce is going to be fine long term.
Like,
he's going to
the
be a
thing
good
is,
NFL
what
quarterback.
I don't understand as an owner, which we know this guy's kind of a fucking nut job. He used to bring plays down to Matt Rule that he'd watch another team run. He'd draw them out on a sticky note and go, run this week. You don't know anything about football, you stupid piece of shit. Shut the fuck up and let your coaches coach. But how do you go through this hiring process, select a head coach, and then tell him he can't pick the quarterback he wants? That doesn't make sense. That is awful. I don't care. I don't think Frank Reich's that bad. Did he deserve to get fired? Absolutely. Because, well, I don't know if deserves the right word, but he should get fired. This isn't a real opportunity for him.
Yeah.
You worked entirely against him. You give him a bad O-line, an awful running back room, horrible receivers, and then a quarterback he didn't want, and then wonder why it all goes bad. Like that.
Yep.
This isn't an indictment on Frank Reich. This isn't like Hackett getting fired early on. This isn't like Urban Meyer getting fired early on. This isn't the worst coaching decision of all time. It's the worst owner of all time. Bro wants to be Jerry Jones. He doesn't want to be a real owner. Look at like every good football team right now. Like the teams that we all say are good. I'm going to, the Eagles, the Chiefs. I'm going to include the Vikings in this. I know they're not good right now, but that's not because of how they're run. That's because of injury. Like the 49ers, what do the owners do? They hire somebody and they fuck off.
Yeah, they open up their wallet.
Cowboys don't win a Super Bowl? Because Jerry Jones. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Like good teams just hire their GM and go, okay, you know what you're doing, and then they fuck off.
Yeah. And then so it's him, and then Scott Fitterer is just as bad.
He's the real problem.
Sucks, dude.
Fitterer needs
That's
out.
like, have you guys heard Tepper talking about the trade with Chicago, how that all went down?
No.
So there was a separate trade in place initially. It was going to be a two-part trade. The Bears are going to trade down to 2 with the Texans, and then the Bears are going to trade down again to 9 with the Panthers. But David Tepper got impatient because they were waiting on something to happen to process the trade. They were waiting until like Monday or whatever, right? This was on a Friday, something like that. It was like they wanted to wait out the weekend. They wanted to wait for something to happen. David Tepper was in Scott Fitterer's ear. He's like, I'm impatient. I don't like waiting. Can we just get number 1 from Chicago instead? And that's why they had to give up DJ Moore.
Also, the Bears wanted Brian Burns, right? We all kind of know that.
They wanted DJ. They wanted DJ. Poles said this trade is not happening
really?
if we don't get
I
DJ.
thought they always wanted Burns
No,
too.
DJ was their
'Cause
number one choice.
This weird thing of not giving up Brian Burns but letting him walk is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. I cannot wait for Brian Burns to be a fucking. I don't know where he's gonna go, but he's not gonna be a Panther, and I'm so happy. He's not gonna be a Bear. He's not gonna be a Bear.
So beautifully ironic.
You know what I'm more afraid about? Why hasn't number 99 been signed yet? That's the thing I'm most afraid about going into this offseason. Fuck. He's just getting more expensive with every week that he continues to lead the league in sacks. He's not going to Minnesota.
You're right.
He's
You're
not.
right.
He's not everyone's going to be a Bear, but he's definitely not going to be a Packer.
Him and Gary are gonna go crazy next year.
Listen, Montez Sweat is going to be playing opposite one of Josh Allen, Danielle Hunter, or Brian Burns next year.
Break. Give me a break, this guy.
I love how he thinks people still want to play for the Bears.
Yeah,
I mean, when they know Caleb Williams is coming in, they're going to want to play.
Dude, bro's giving up on field. All right, we're moving back to this. The Titans are still the Titans. I don't care. I don't think it matters. You have Derrick Henry, you scored touchdowns. Who cares?
Yeah, the only notable thing from this game for me was Jonathan Mingo's dog shit catch attempt. Like, that was the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Remember when people tried to pretend Mingo was going to be like better than
I still like
DK and AJ Brown?
I don't think he's going to be.
I don't think
he's going to be DK or AJ Brown, but I do like Mingo. I think Mingo is going to be a solid 2 in Carolina.
I'm not out on him quite yet. No.
I'm out on him.
Yeah.
Also, I've seen all the hate on the play call that was the 4th and 6 screen to DJ Chark. My question just keeps being, what the fuck were they supposed to do? Bryce gets less than 2 seconds to throw, and they don't have a receiver who can separate. What did you actually want from them? Like,
I think I want
You want the screen to Thielen instead because you're paying him the most money?
I know what I want. I want a play action boot with a fucking post to Thielen on the opposite side of the field. So Bryce has to throw cross body off platform to a receiver that gets that much separation.
Honestly, it might have worked better.
Yeah, because the ball would get deflected and somehow end up in like Tommy Tremble's hands.
Nah, see, what they should have done was just like run a bootleg and have Thielen just running the way Bryce is. And
he has to run the opposite direction.
I don't think that needs to be the thing. But I'm saying like what we should have done, not what what the Panthers would do. I'm saying what a good coach would have done.
At least at the sticks.
See, I get that.
Would be
I don't know if Bryce Young would have had time for a receiver to get to the sticks. Did you see the screen? By the time he turned his body, he was hit. Their O-line could not block me one time, I promise.
Yeah, they could.
I promise. They could not.
They definitely could. They're professional players, and
don't care. They're not real players. They're not. They get bullied by everyone that exists. I don't get it.
Yeah.
NFL offense, professional offensive lineman versus Twitch streamer. Who wins?
Who would win?
Who would win?
They'd be afraid to try. No. Because if I win, that's embarrassing. But no, can we fire Tepper? That's the real answer.
The Panthers offensive line, when Geek shows up, lines up against them in a Garoppolo uniform.
Nah, I'd go put on the Jared Allen jersey. Let's be real.
True. But yeah, let's stick to the actually good teams in the AFC South. Jaguars 24, Texans 21.
This
hurts my heart, man.
Dude, this is gonna be a real rivalry for like ever, and I love it.
Yeah.
Stroud versus Lawrence is gonna go crazy forever.
You know what's even better than Stroud versus Lawrence? Josh Allen versus Laramie Tunsil.
True.
Josh Allen had 3 sacks. 1, 2, 3 sacks.
2.5. You're
better,
wrong.
Josh Allen.
You're wrong. 2.5. You're wrong. You're
I'm
wrong. You're gonna what? What?
That is not the place to pause, man.
I'm gonna I can't get it out now. Come on. I was
2.5.
I'm gonna come.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. 2.5. You're wrong.
I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna
Gonna
make
do what
myself a
to my
peanut butter
house?
and jelly sandwich, and then I'm gonna eat it on your bed without a
You're
plate,
gonna
so
do
there's crumbs
what
all
to
through
my
your
peanut
bed.
butter sandwich?
I'm gonna eat it, and then you're gonna get crumbs all through your bed, and you're gonna suffer. And then I'm gonna get a bunch of glitter, and I'm gonna sprinkle it all over your house, so you'll be finding glitter all over your house for the rest of your fucking life.
That got aggressive.
Ooh.
I'm surprised I could get that out.
What the hell happened to Damian Pierce? Is my question. He's
It
bad.
makes me so sad.
He
He's been
ruined,
bad.
he ruined my bet, so I'm mad at him.
They ruined him. Houston
don't-
ruined him.
I don't know why.
John
I bet it's
Mechie
over.
playing time.
I
Sorry.
don't know why I bet it's
I get
over.
excited every
That
time
was,
Mechie does
on
something.
me. That was on me. I don't know why.
That was on me. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
why are you betting on Damian Pierce?
Because his line was 29.5. And I thought that now that he was back, they were going to give him carries over Singletary, but that didn't happen.
Well,
And
don't worry. They didn't give Singletary carries over Singletary. Singletary had 6. Pierce had 5. Stroud had 6. Stroud was the
Yeah.
best runner on the Texans. Remember, the
RB1.
guy who can't move.
RB1 and QB1
Ugh.
But
no, the
and wide
Texans
receiver 1.
Also, all this stuff lately has proven to me the Texans need more battle red in their uniforms.
yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I want them to go away from navy blue. Bring back the Houston blue. That powder blue, like the Oiler
powder
blue.
with red?
Yes.
I'm not
Battle
feeling
red
it.
and the powder blue. It'll
I'm
be
not
better.
feeling it.
Not everybody needs to be navy and red. Not every team needs the same shade of blue. Bring back the powder.
Listen,
The Orioles. The Oilers. Same letters. The Oilers. Battle red and Houston blue. Just go back to battle red and Houston blue.
did they have that same blue or that same red rather?
It was the same red.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at this. I didn't think it was the same red. I thought it was a different shade of red.
Battle red and
I'll be
Houston
damned,
blue.
it was the same shade of red.
Battle red and
But
Houston
the-
blue. Bring
but yeah.
back the Houston blue.
Yeah, but
The-
unfortunately that
this
belongs
is-
to Tennessee now.
Yeah, it does. The logo does, not the colors.
They'd just be copying the Titans, and that would be icky.
Yeah.
No.
So
No, because the Titans wear that as a
Titans-
throwback once every 10 years. We
The
won't miss
Titans
them.
were the Oilers. The Texans were never the
Yeah,
Oilers.
I don't care. I don't care.
yeah.
They're not
I'm not-
bringing anything back at that point. Different
It's
team.
it's Houston blue. Bring the Houston blue back to Houston, goddammit. That is literally what that blue is called.
Get
it is
rid of Houston.
blue.
Get rid of
No.
Houston. No,
Why are we
get rid of
getting
the entire city. The entire city. Pick it up and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, you know,
Fuck
we
Houston.
all know the SpongeBob meme.
What happened to what did
Yeah.
Houston do? I mean,
Take
the owner is
Houston
kind of a
And
dick,
you
but
move it. Hey, listen, dude, they're right on the border. Just put it in Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't care.
La
Just put
Hustana.
them-
let's.
put them in a different
All
country.
right, we're moving on
La
to.
Hustana.
But yeah,
Let's move on to a real
Wait, hold
football
on.
game.
I wonder
Football
if we
from
can make a
Amendola.
trade with Mexico. Do you think we can give them Houston for Mexico City?
No.
Mexico City would fit well with Texas. I think we can put Mexico City in Texas.
How
We could
about-
also get Tijuana.
Sure, Tijuana would be good too.
I think we
Just-
could pull
I-
Tijuana.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
if we gave
Tijuana
them-
could be good
I think
too.
if we gave them
I think-
Houston
yeah,
and a
I
third
think-
round
I
pick
think
next year, we
Tijuana-
could get Tijuana.
I think Tijuana is a better prospect than Mexico City, though. So I think it's going to cost us more in draft capital.
Yeah, that's why I say you
think
throw in
we're-
a third round
yeah,
pick.
you
Because
throw in a third round
Houston
pick
for
and
Mexico
probably
City would
good.
be a straight swap. You
Yeah,
throw in a
that's true.
third
You
round
should
pick
Mexico
next year.
City. That's
then
like
you get
that's a
Tijuana.
1-for-1 deal.
Yeah,
Tijuana
Tijuana's a little raw, but I think there's
it
a
needs
lot
some
of potential
development.
there.
I do think that Tijuana has a bunch of potential. That
For sure,
Tijuana
for sure.
definitely it's a better long term option. I think for the country. I think it's
Absolutely,
a better
and
long-term option.
And I think
More
as a
potential as a
country,
prospect.
as a
Yeah.
nation, we need to start considering
Yeah, I
rebuilding.
do think we need to. Yeah, I mean we're a little old. We're a little on the older side. Most of our states
yeah.
are pretty.
We
old. Most
might
of our
need to take
cities
some
are
of our
pretty
older
old.
cities and kind of ship
Might
them
take
out
some
for
of the
younger
older-
prospects.
Yeah, I think that I really. Yeah, I mean
This bit has gone on
we're
way
aging
too
out.
long. We gotta stop.
What do you think we could
And-
get for St. Louis?
I think St. Louis is it could snag us a 6th rounder. I think we can really get.
I think you're underselling St. Louis.
Maybe I am. The art-
They're
the Arch does give a
overselling
lot
St.
of
Louis. They've
value.
done nothing
The
useful ever.
The Arch
Think
gives us
about
a pretty
the,
high value. I'm
yeah,
gonna go with
see-
a 4th. I'm gonna go with
see-
a 4th.
Okay, I would take a 4th for
I
St.
think we can get a
Louis. I would
4th for
take a
St.
4th.
Louis.
Guys, I
def-
have stuff to
I-
do in 30
what about
minutes. Can we
infinite-
stop?
I
Okay,
definitely think
Like, I
China will
actually
be
have
better.
places to be.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
stop.
All right. This guy has a life.
No,
Right.
our recording's already taking way too long. We need to
All
move
right,
on
all
from
right.
this
30
bullshit.
minutes. We will not be at 2 hours. We won't stop until 2 hours.
I will be stopping because I have a stream to go to. It's not my fault. Miller showed up late and we started late.
Womp womp.
I showed up like 2 minutes late. And I didn't show up late. I started the fucking recording.
I mean,
Yeah.
me and Jake were in the Discord for like 20 minutes. I was playing Suika game.
I
Hey, Geek,
started the recording at like
Geek. Some of us have
10:05.
places to be, so could you stop talking about Suika games so we can move on? Thank you.
Fair.
Yeah.
it's
Derek
second.
Carr's bad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Oh
I
my
thought he was
God.
good.
Desmond Ritter's
Not like
bad,
great,
too.
but
Both bad.
Yeah,
That's
Desmond
fair.
Ritter's also pretty bad.
They both stink. So
hey, but
bad.
you see what happens when your team uses their best players, Atlanta? See how that works?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Bijan Day.
Bijan Day.
Drake London led the team in receiving yards. Kyle Pitts was third behind Bajan. It's almost like if you just use your good players,
London Day.
good things happen. Cordero
Speaking of
Patterson
London,
saw the
we
field
get-
too, so that's a
Yeah,
dub.
he got the angry run.
Angry run.
He got the angry run.
Oh, and
CP
they're
is
finally using him as a kick returner again. W.
Dub.
They didn't use him as a kick returner last year.
Jesse Bates pick 6, pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Jesse Bates, good at
Pretty
football.
cool. I like
Yeah.
Jesse Bates.
Miller's
I'm
gonna
sorry.
eat his words.
I already did.
He
I'm
wasn't worth the
sorry.
money. He's worth so much money. Pay him more.
Oh no, he
Give
has
him
proven me
more
quite
money.
Wrong. Give Jesse Bates your firstborn child.
Yes.
This is directed at you, Arthur Smith.
Yes.
Give him your firstborn child.
He's the only reason you still have
Does
a
Arthur
job.
Smith have kids? I'm not
Don't
going to look
know.
that up because I probably end up on a watch list.
Yeah, that's not a real thing to look up.
Don't
Yeah.
do that, please. Thank you.
You know who is good at football though?
Kyler Murray.
Matthew
Very good.
Stafford was where I was going, but
Yeah.
I suppose he's okay. Yeah.
I mean,
You know what the,
4
you know what-
touchdown day. W.
you know what the highlight of this game for me was?
Great
What's
Dortch.
that?
Greg Dortch telling THT to get
hitting the-
big.
Hitting the too small on a guy who's like a good 5 inches taller than him.
No. The dude was THT's smaller.
THT's tiny, bro.
Greg Dortch is like 5'8", THT's like 5'7".
I don't know. That is the battle of short men.
Listen, future
Hey,
Bear
short
Greg
stack.
Dortch.
Get short.
Future Chicago Bear Greg Dortch.
He's 2 inches
Man.
taller than Greg Dortch. Don't get to
Oh,
do the
yes. That's even better.
Don't get
That
to the
makes
too
it even
small on
better.
him. Not only on a guy who's taller than you, but not only on a guy who's taller than you who's also beating you by almost 30 points.
Greg
So,
Dortch just has
I don't
want
want to hear it.
him. Greg Dortch has that dog in him, dude. He's just like that. Also, I
why-
forgot
It wasn't-
Michael
it wasn't
Carter
a
went to the
catch.
Cardinals.
Yeah, they signed him pretty quickly after he was for some reason released. So yeah, who knows?
I regret looking up the Cardinals stats.
Yeah, dude, it's not good.
They're
No,
bad
I was
football
just
team, bro.
reminded that number 31 exists.
Ah, yes.
Also, Blake Gill.
Why are we laughing at the punter, dog? I'll have to fire you.
I forgot about that. What a fuck.
The punter, the goat. I don't know what your issue is.
Sure.
Punter runs are the goat.
No, I wasn't
Yeah.
saying that was bad. I was saying that was sick. Like, I just forgot it happened. That's pretty cool. Also,
It is pretty cool. I
Kyron
suppose.
Williams is fucking God, I guess.
Oh,
He's
dude,
good.
Kyron's the goat.
He's a good football player.
He was good
Yeah.
before he got hurt, and now he's
Yeah.
still really good. Sick.
22 touches for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's a good day.
that's a pretty damn good day.
That's a good day.
Royce Freeman had 13 for 77.
I was gonna say, dude, what is up with the Rams being able to run the football? Whoever's
Rolls
out there,
Royce Freeman, man. Also,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
why is Tyler Higbee the only player listed for kick returns? Why did Tyler Higbee return a kick? Oh, it must have been an onside.
Must have been. Yeah.
I hope it's an onside.
guys,
know.
What?
What?
Hold on. In that entire fucking routing of the Cardinals, Aaron Donald did not record a single stat.
He sucks. He's washed.
Washed.
No, I'm
shout
pretty
out-
sure the reason the entire rest of the Rams defensive line all had triple-digit sacks was
Kobe
him.
Turner
Because-
had it too.
it was because the entire Cardinals offensive line, all 5 of them bitches, just surrounded Aaron Donald. Like, the rest of you can't beat us.
Right. Kobe Turner had 2 sacks. That makes me
Yeah.
happy. Ben Skorotic had 1 catch for a negative yard. Let's go. Puka Nacua outgained Cooper Kupp. Sorry, this is the first game I've looked at the stats for because I
Let's go talk about the dirtiest team in football.
The Vikings.
No, what?
Oh no, according to Bears fans, they're the dirtiest.
No.
Because
It
that one
was
hit.
Dorian Thompson Robinson. It was a good run. I'm
Yeah,
sorry
the
about concussion.
coach of the
Yeah.
team that keeps getting players suspended because all of their players drive their heads into people's heads. It's almost like Sean Payton has been a dirty coach for his entire career, and we somehow let him back into the NFL for some reason.
Because he's one of the best offensive
Yeah,
minds
but
of all
hey,
time.
listen, man.
Don't care. Dirty coach. His teams always play dirty. Fucking hate the
Listen,
guy.
man, Russ is cooking.
Saints weren't
Russ
him
is
though.
cooking.
But when he leaves the Saints and his new team plays dirty, I'm saying it's him.
I'm not blaming him for the Saints.
I absolutely am. He got suspended for a year for it for a reason. Let's not pretend it
It's
wasn't
because
partially.
he was aware of it, not because he was the
Then report
reasoning
it and
for
stop it. Be a good coach.
This
Don't
guy
endorse
doesn't have
it.
a winning mentality.
Actually, I do.
Yeah.
I don't need to kill the other team's best players to have a chance to win. I thought Sean Payton was like a good coach and could win.
I understand what you're
Yeah,
saying about
more important.
He killed DTR. Like,
All right, more important.
I'm
free-
glad.
Citing.
I'm glad that your internet will not let you
I was
speak.
gonna say,
You
it's free-
do not
yeah.
deserve to talk, and your internet agrees.
yeah,
I was
get
just
your
gonna
thing
say
about
we
Sean
had a little
Payton.
Jordan Humphrey sighting. I don't know what
Don't
you're
care.
yapping
Fuck
about.
that guy.
Geek, I understand what you're saying about Sean Payton. However, you don't really have a winner's mentality because you're a Vikings fan and you don't know what that's like.
Mm.
So there's that.
Mm.
What's the
Mm.
next game on the docket?
Well, that's all we're giving this game.
I mean, what? I didn't watch the game. What
First of
else
all,
is
you're
there
the
to
one
give?
rushing us and Geek and Russ is cooking. That's what
Russ
I
is
was-
cooking.
Russ has learned to
Oh.
cook.
DTR died.
Yeah,
That
he actually did not play
what a
that
sh-
bad before he died. He actually didn't play that badly before.
No, he was
died.
playing good.
He was playing good football before he died. David Njoku dropped the second touchdown pass of the game. I'm sick.
What?
Sick.
I'm sick.
Russ. I didn't watch the game. Did Russ cook?
You got to remember, this is
Yeah.
like the actual best defense in football.
Yeah, like he.
I've been saying that all year. The
He did
Browns'
not.
defense is incredible.
I'm just saying cook.
And he
'cause
had
it's what-
9 incompletions.
I don't really think that he's like. It wasn't fantastic. The
Yeah,
the
but
box score
how-
doesn't really show. He made some good throws.
Well, yeah. No, I mean that's all I have to go off of because I didn't watch the game. I'm being the
he was-
unfortunate box
I
score
think he's
watching, so
pretty
that's
good.
why I asked.
No,
Also,
Russ-
I was joking about the winner mentality thing.
I'm
settle
also
down.
still mad. They need to let Russ actually throw the ball. I've seen him throw it deep like one time in the last 2 weeks, and it was a beautiful throw to Cortland Sutton that pissed
Is
me
Cortland
off because I
Sutton
thought
healthy?
Sutton dropped it.
Okay. Well then, yeah, let him cook. I was gonna say because, yeah, let him cook. Let him cook.
Let him
Jerry
cook,
Judy got outgained by little Jordan Humphrey. Dude sucks.
Yeah,
Bust.
Jerry,
Bust
dude, Judy is not featured in that offense. He's just
No.
like done.
because he's bad.
Yeah. Okay. Overtime. Eagles 37. Bills 34.
Oh my god, this game was so good.
This
What a
game,
game, bro.
the way people talk about the Eagles annoys
Josh
me.
Allen. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen played good.
Josh
Five-
Allen played
500.
awesome. What is?
This was a good. You wouldn't even let me
Oh.
finish. You guys are terrible people, both of you.
Dude, you sound
We're
like
both
you're
horrible
about to talk so much shit. Ugh, Josh Allen.
Well, I mean, he probably should have won the football game. I mean, maybe try winning once in a while, but yeah.
Yeah,
He was
this guy can't win in overtime.
Dude, okay, can we just have the college overtime rules, please?
No, I want the overtime rules to go back to what they were.
Pretty sure.
So the first team that scores any points, that's game over?
Well,
Yeah.
no, not any
That's
points. First team to
stupid.
score a touchdown.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like that either.
This is a completely fair loss. The Bills didn't score a touchdown on the first drive. They kicked the field goal, then they let a touchdown up on defense.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
understand that. I just
No reason to whine about this one.
no, I just want college overtime rules because it's more fun. and it decides a real winner. The first team to fuck up loses. I
Yeah.
like it.
But yeah,
like it.
Josh Allen was super good in this game. Jalen Hurts ended up being pretty good in this game. Got to a rough start. Ended up with 5 total touchdowns.
But can we talk about the real MVP of this game? And by that I mean, Geek, do you wanna do it? I'll give you your moment to shine.
Who's the real MVP of this game?
The best kicker in football.
Oh yeah,
Jake Elliott. 59 yards in the rain to send the game to overtime. That dude.
That's the greatest kick I've ever seen.
That was a sick kick. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the best kick that has happened in my lifetime.
You weren't watching the Justin Tucker 66-yard field goal that broke the record.
This was more impressive than the Justin Tucker kick.
66 yards.
I mean,
66 yards is
66 yards. Yeah,
when
but it was in a dome with no elements.
Right. The conditions, the pressure, the stakes.
But I still don't know if just based off that, this is the best ever. But I still think the original records were better.
Seabass and game winner against the Giants in his rookie season was better. Sorry.
Also, I think Seabass and Matt Prater, when they both hit 63-yarders in Denver, those were better kicks. But that's not important. Jake Elliott, fucking incredible kick. Can we give him the MVP award, actually? Second kicker all time to do it? What do you think? What do we think?
All right.
Jake Elliott MVP season?
So. I mean, he's one.
He's more consistent than the coaches, so or than the quarterbacks. Jesus Christ, my brain today, no worko. The quarterbacks all have bad days. No, the way people talk about the Eagles pisses me off. Because they beat everybody, but everybody goes, they haven't played a complete game yet, like a complete good game. Therefore, I don't think they're good enough to get back to the Super Bowl and beat these teams, except they've beaten every team because it doesn't matter that they haven't played a complete game. They've played well enough to beat whoever the fuck they have to play.
Jerry Miller, I know you're a Niners guy, but I hope they absolutely roundhouse them this week.
Oh, they're gonna.
I really hope they absolutely roundhouse
them. I need the Niners to fucking roundhouse the Eagles.
Why?
Because the fucking Niners need everybody on their side. I need people pushing the Niners agenda.
People need to be on the Eagles side because they're better, and Jalen Hurts is.
I don't think they're better.
The GOAT. They're better.
I don't think they're better.
You have so much faith in Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy had 2 bad games this year.
Brock Purdy's been good this year. I'll give him that.
I don't care.
Brock Purdy's been damn good. The Niners have a defense that is at least on par with the Browns' defense.
The only defense on par. The only defense on par with the Browns is the Jets.
No, I would agree the Niners defense is up there. Yeah.
The Niners defense has a legit weakness that has been exposed by teams that can. If you can stop their front seven from getting pressure, their secondary sucks.
That is so much easier said than done.
Minnesota did it.
Yeah, 1 game.
Look what that got.
But the Browns did it.
Yeah, okay.
PJ Walker, he's right.
Yeah, never
mind.
I no, they don't have that defense.
I'm still standing by what I said. They didn't
I have
that
proof that I'm wrong.
They
didn't win that game because the Browns shut down their pass rush. They lost the game because Purdy sucked.
They also
that was one of
the lost the top 10 safety for the rest of the year as well.
Yeah.
Now that I will entertain as their weakness. Or not their weakness.
The secondary is the weakness.
I know.
Charvarius Ward is really good though. Charvarius Ward is really good though.
You didn't let me finish. The weakness is the wrong way to put it. That I will rephrase as a reason to say that they're not in that conversation as Hufanga, because I did forget about the Hufanga.
And Charvarius Ward is really good, but he's not he's not like the elite top of the top corners.
No,
you cannot put him on AJ Brown or Justin Jefferson or one of those guys and say you go shut him down because he won't. So it's still a weakness.
Safety help now too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think the Eagles are going to rout them because they have the O-line to shut down that front seven, and AJ Brown and Devonta Smith are going to do whatever the fuck they want.
Either way, I don't think they're going to rout them. I think it'll be a back and forth offense.
I kind of hope. I want it to be a rout. I'm betting on a big.
It won't be a rout.
Score.
Niners are hot offensively right now. It's not going to be a rout. You want to talk about weaknesses? The Eagles secondary suck too. It's going to be a shootout, if anything.
Yeah, but I don't trust Purdy.
I do. Purdy's giving you plenty of reason to trust him this year.
And he's giving you plenty of reason not to.
2 games versus what, 8?
Okay. Okay.
Dude, I was
Your internet has
just as
decided
much
you.
against Purdy as you were last year. Majority of the season, Purdy has looked like one of the better quarterbacks in the league this year.
Purdy's
Purdy's looked
looked
awesome
fine a
this year.
lot, but he's also. I constantly see horrible throws from him and still not great footwork. I'm sorry he doesn't play the best teams all the time.
Okay, he's still executing. And that's
Right,
what matters for this team.
like we talk about
That's
with
all he has
most
to do.
quarterbacks, when he plays really good defenses, he doesn't play good.
All right, I got to pull up the whole fucking Niners schedule now. We can move on.
Okay, Chiefs 31, Raiders 17. Raiders went up 14-0. Looked like they had some life, and then the Chiefs actually played a good second half for once in their lives and came back and beat them. Scored 17 in the second half, which is abnormal of this year's Chiefs team. Solid game all around. I mean, Rashid Rice had his first big game. I mean, 8 catches, 107 yards, and a touchdown. The other side of it, Josh Jacobs is really, really good. He's rare. He's
That was
he's
it was
good.
wild seeing the Raiders up 17-0 at one point.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I was like, what is happening?
They should
What?
not. Yeah. Yes, Miller.
No, I was agreeing.
Oh,
I said
okay.
it
I thought you
was.
Okay.
okay.
All right.
No.
Yeah, it was nice seeing the Raiders up 17-0 for a while. I didn't watch
Yeah.
the game, so I don't know if Aiden O'Connell actually played good, but the box score doesn't look too bad for him. So who knows?
He was all right. I watched.
I was gonna say he probably played fine.
I started watching this game after the Raiders went down or went up 14-0. So
Yeah.
I think I might have.
So you missed the best of it.
I just
No,
think
I watched the best of it. I saw Isaiah Pacheco cooking.
No,
I
I
really-
mean the best of Aiden O'Connell, the
yeah.
person we were talking about.
Oh,
I really
well,
do think
yeah.
it's
I thought
crazy
you meant
how
best
good
of the
this
game. I thought
how
this
good
was
this
more- Wait a minute. I forgot to bring up something with the Bills game.
Loud. Okay.
Ty Johnson sighting.
Ty Johnson sighting.
And also, the Eagles put that game away in regulation if Milton Williams played. I'm not entertaining any critiques to that statement.
I
Continue on.
couldn't care less about that man, so I'm gonna just move on.
Hey, Milton Williams is better than every defensive lineman on the Packers.
This is so
Whoa.
untrue.
Rashawn
much
Gary's a
aggression.
linebacker, so
Kenny Clark's better than Milton Williams, and you know
Who?
that.
Who?
Shit.
That
Okay.
doesn't exist.
Let's move on.
It's not even a person.
Miller forgot he existed, so now he's
No,
just pretending
yeah,
he's not real.
yeah, he
No,
forgot
it's
he
not
existed.
real.
Bro
I didn't
really thought
forget.
he had
I just
something going.
was. I didn't forget. I was.
But as I
being
was trying to
fucking
say before Miller
overzealous,
started,
but all right.
started talking about whoever something Williams, I don't even know his name. Nor do I care to.
You're just listen. If you're actually writing off Milt Williams like that, you're a moron. Milt Williams is genuinely really good.
I watched your video. Shut up. I'm supporting you. Whatever.
Yeah,
But
he's hip.
Oh,
He's
good
hip.
God.
but I was gonna say.
You're not, because you still say
It really
hit,
is surprising
bro.
to me, or it really is crazy to me how good this Chiefs defense is.
Yeah,
I mean, like, they're lights out, dude.
it's
They
incredible.
allowed 0 catches to Devontae Adams in the second half, which is exactly the player the Raiders needed to
Dude,
get going. in the
L'Jarius
second half.
Sneed is
They're good.
he's-
They're a good defense, bro. They have good. I mean, like
we
I
don't talk about him, but he's moving into like top 10 corner. Like
Carl Loftus is sick. Like they are.
Trent McDuffie's one of the best nickels in
McDuffie's-
football.
yeah.
Yeah, he's right up there with
Linebacker
like.
core is awesome.
It's crazy. Yeah, but I expected the score line. If you told me this was the score that tell me the Raiders were up 17-0, I would have been.
Yeah, that
okay
it would
with
have made sense, except we all know the context of being down 17-0.
Guys, will Justin Herbert ever win? Will he
No.
ever win?
Not as
Will
long
he
as
ever win?
he's a Charger.
Baltimore
Not as long as he's a
Ravens
Charger.
20, the Chargers
Hey.
10.
Dean Spanos, I have a trade offer for you. The Chicago Bears will send you their 2 first-round picks for Justin
No.
Herbert. Do you accept?
No,
You're not Dean Spanos.
he won't either. That's ridiculously
You
dumb.
don't know that.
Tyreek Hill got more value than that. Stop.
More than 2 top 5 picks?
No, but 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and a third is like more value.
We'll give you 2 first-round picks, Justin Fields, and a first next year.
I would actually consider that though. Like I genuinely would. That's
Your
interesting.
move, Mr. Spanos.
Too bad you're not polls.
Too bad you are not.
Or am I?
Dude, I hope not, because if you were, I'm gonna talk about how you don't know ball. Bad roster.
Roster.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get to that, but
Not
that's
again.
just a wrong.
Not again. Not again. Please. Please.
We'll get to that. We'll
okay.
get to that.
He
How
will
about
be in 10 minutes according to my
I know.
calculations,
Let's go to the
so, yeah.
Ravens.
Keaton Mitchell good. Zay
Yeah.
Flowers good. Isaiah Likely good.
Lamar good.
Lamar good.
Zay Flowers good. Odell actually
They're all
doing
good.
something
They're all
recently. I
good.
love it.
They're all good. The entire team is
but
Justin
Miller,
Matabuke.
your
He's
boy.
good.
What?
Justin Matabuke.
Didn't Matabuke get hurt? I saw him down.
Yeah. He's
He
fine.
was hurt. Oh, he's fine. Okay.
He might have gotten hurt, but like he's
He
fine.
definitely
He's
got
fine.
hurt.
Double-digit
Yeah.
sacks already for Matabuke.
Yeah.
So.
Double-digit
awesome.
sacks, got a half sack against the
Give it up for the
Chargers.
man.
Rogers Washington got a sack. Arthur Mallet got an interception.
Yeah, no, we're okay. We can let's
So
stop.
now let's talk about one of the worst games of the week.
Dude, this was
These two
I
bozos
stopped
football
watching it
games.
halfway through and started a Twitch stream.
Miller is so
I
happy.
straight up tweeted. I was like, dude, this game is awful. Come watch
Miller's
something
happy
actually
because
entertaining.
not only did they win, but they retained the top pick in the draft, and they can just keep doing that over and over again.
I was disgusted by this football game, and I'm even more disgusted about how much I enjoyed it.
Dude, did you see the thing I shared of Harrison
No.
Smith in the locker room after the game?
I didn't watch it, but I saw that you shared
Bro
it. What
looked
was it?
so defeated.
Well, I mean, yeah, he
It
did
was
just get beat.
no, but like different level.
No, I get it.
And it was depressing because they're like,
If I
you know,
lost this
I mean,
game,
'cause-
I'd be fucking
yeah,
defeated too.
he was asked
This is
something and
last
he's
year,
like,
man.
you know, we had a chance to still go win it on defense and just couldn't get it done. They're like, so the DJ Moore play on third down, how was he so open? 100%. I don't think that was Harrison Smith's job, but he's just like, I gotta go make a play. So what would you have done to I gotta go make a play? I was like, dude, he's so out of the like, as a defense, we need it. He's like, no, it had to be me. It's always had to be me. It always has to. I was like, dude, fuck, man. Well, how good do you think it is to have the bye right now? And he's like, I just wish we could play again. He was so done. Dude, I kind of think the locker room just flipped on Josh Dobbs. You
Probably.
cannot play that perfect of a defensive game and lose. Like, I get the Bears scored some. They scored 4 times. But that's a perfect defensive game. Forcing 4 field goals, you should never lose.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you should not.
Yeah.
Like, Fields looked fine. I hate your offense, though. I know they watched the Broncos beat us by only running screens, but you don't have to only run screens. Fuck. God. End of the fourth quarter, Fields had 0.3 yards per air yards per attempt. He's getting nothing. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sorry, your internet cut out and you froze, so I just kept yelling.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you were yapping about screens. I get it.
Yeah, it's bad. That was the worst thing I've ever watched. It's like, dude, Minnesota can tackle. You're not winning this way.
I mean, they got some big plays off of screens, though. They had a couple go for decent yardage.
That's literally what
DJ
Denver did to beat us. That's like how Denver beat us. That's why Chicago did it. But you don't think Flores is going to adapt? And, once it wasn't really working constantly, maybe you should do something else.
Listen, fuck Getsy.
Yeah.
Terrible offensive coordinator. I do want to say, I really liked that 4th down play where you guys sent the house and we cleared everybody out and then sent Komet on the
that was good. That was nice.
Slant. That was my favorite play of the game by far.
I'm proud of Fields for standing in there and making the throw because
Yeah, and then the throw to DJ Moore on the last play, the fact that he was able to step up in the pocket and deliver that too, this was such a weird game for Fields because a lot of the stuff we've been asking him to do, he did it. The pocket presence was there. He was stepping up. He was delivering throws. Ironically, that last throw, it was a backside dig to DJ Moore. Fields has never hit a backside dig before. He's had it open constantly. He's never hit it. In the biggest moment for him to throw one, he hit it. And then I want to know why after the game when they asked everybody, he was like, yeah, we've been running that in training camp running that in practice since training camp. Like, okay, where was it?
Where's it been? Also,
Where?
I do want to say this because I am going to keep pounding the table for Daniil Hunter's Defensive Player of the Year thing. I've seen a
Did he
lot
have
of
a
people say he had 1.5. He
Okay,
had
yeah,
pressure on every fucking play.
Yeah, no.
And like
Yeah.
Daniil was, that's what I was going to bring up. People on Twitter have said Daniil doesn't get, he was there constantly was my bigger point. Maybe not every play, but like the thing that I've seen people say about Daniil Hunter is that he's like not an impact player like Myles Garrett and TJ Watt. He gets his sacks, but he's not seen all the time. Miller, did you see how often 99 was near the play, near fields, doing things? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Daniil Hunter, if he continues this pace with sacks where he's going to finish with over 20, he should be depoy. I'm going to keep pounding the table for my boy. He's going to get overlooked because he's a Viking and NFL media has fun with us sometimes. But Daniil Hunter's so good, man. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate how good he is.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I don't know what
think
the pressure
Daniil-
numbers will read.
I was gonna say I don't think he got in the backfield as much as you think.
No, he
Unless-
did, though.
Or no,
The
I'm
thing is,
sorry.
Field scrambles, so he just runs away.
I get you. Yeah, okay.
Like,
If
I don't
only
think
he
he's
would
hitting
stop
Fields all the time. He's there all the time. If that was any quarterback that wasn't Fields, he has like 6 sacks at least.
Well, I guess the Bears let off a free rusher a lot, is what I'm missing. Because
Well, and I don't know if he was working against Wright or not. I
Neither
don't know what
no,
he.
Braxton Jones only allowed 2, Wright allowed 3.
That doesn't make sense because I think we had 4 sacks. So
Well, Ivan Pace came down the middle.
Ivan Pace got the one. Love that guy.
Yeah,
Josh
Josh-
Metellus and DJ Wanham had half.
DJ Wadham didn't get
They
credit.
took Wanham's half away. Oh,
Yeah.
they gave it to Daniil Hunter.
Yeah. So
That's funny.
you guys had 3
Stat
sacks.
padding if you
And
have
4 pressures, whatever. I don't really
Well,
care.
no. There were
Daniil
more
was
pressures
like
from the
constantly
interior.
on the play. Right. And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wonder
no.
how often Daniil was coming from the interior too.
That's a
but-
good question. I didn't think about that because Lucas
Daniil-
Patrick let up 4.
Because Daniil moves around a lot. And if I was Daniil, I wouldn't want to go try to work on Wright every play. Let me go work on any of these other fools.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm looking
Yeah,
at this tweet.
But I just mean from watching the game,
No,
he was
and
there all the. And I don't know
No,
how
and I
pressures
remember
are
him there-
calculated.
Right.
Like,
I know. I'm not questioning
Yeah.
you. I was just trying to remember
know.
myself. Like,
pressure
'cause I knew he
stats
was in
are
the backfield,
weird.
but
Yeah.
No, speaking of pressure, like the Bears defensive line looked fucking incredible against
That-
one of the best pass blocking offensive lines in football.
The Broncos exposed Josh Dobbs. He cannot
Yeah.
handle pressure.
No.
And the Bears blitzed on 56% of their plays
Right.
defensively. Like, they exposed that to beat Josh Dobbs, you blitz, which is the opposite of what you've done to beat Minnesota for the last 5 years. That's how long Cuzzo's
Right.
been there. Because with Cuzzo, you don't want to blitz because he will shred you.
Yeah.
Josh Dobbs cannot handle the pressure. Dude cannot read a defense. Dude cannot make a play. Jordan Addison should have had a touchdown. And I don't care all the people saying he could have got his feet down. He had 52 yards of open green grass. Dobbs could have put it anywhere else. Sure. Should Addison have caught that anyways? Yes. If
Yeah.
Dobbs knew how to make a throw, should that have been a touchdown 10 out of 10 times? Yes.
Yeah.
Does Jaron Hall make that throw? Yes. You're
I-
ridiculous.
I just
I
wanna say,
watched him
too-
play for 2 drives and he looked really good. He's making that throw. I don't
we-
trust Josh Dobbs, and I
Real
never
quick.
did. I know I had the why can't he have a Case Keenum run? We learned why. Keenum could handle himself under pressure. Dobbs cannot.
All right.
So give me Jaron
Hold on,
Hall.
real quick before we
Yeah.
move on. Can we just really quickly acknowledge the worst call of the NFL season on Kyler Gordon?
Oh, him taking his helmet off when it was broken?
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
know
getting
why
called
it got
for it?
broken? Have you
Uh,
seen the Mike Up clip?
Yeah.
No.
2 Vikings swung on him.
Maybe he deserved it.
No, the
All he
Vikings
did
are
was
a great
block.
team. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he successfully blocked one of your receivers out of
God.
bounds. So 2 of them proceeded to swing on him. One of them
Nice.
grabbed his face mask and ripped it, broke it.
That game
he took
did.
his helmet
was
off.
that a second half thing? Right after
It was the first
halftime,
half.
that get. Oh,
It was at
really?
the
Right after
beginning. Yeah, it
halftime, that
was-
started getting chippy.
It was on the Jalen Johnson pick. When
Okay.
Jalen Johnson picked off Dobbs early on, they
Yeah.
ripped his face mask. He picked it up to show like my helmet's broke, and he got flagged 15 yards.
Yeah, that's
and,
ridiculous.
And he got what's it called? What not tech? What's
Yeah,
the NFL equivalent of a technical?
It's tech. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Personal
Like,
foul, technically. But like, yeah, I don't know what that's about. I no idea. I just
like I don't like bitching about the refs. But
Yeah,
that was
no, I
genuinely
get
the
it.
worst thing I've ever
There's-
seen.
But the refs are constantly bad. I get bringing
I
it up
know.
when they. I think it's fair to bring it up when they're bad. I don't. We shouldn't go with the just refs are always bad. Absolutely, let's point out every time they are. Force the NFL to make it better.
Well, yeah,
Like we shouldn't just accept it being bad.
right.
Because there were a
This is my
bunch of
thing.
calls in this game against both sides that should have happened
Just to
and shouldn't have
clarify.
happened.
Yeah, like when
no.
Fields got fucking lit up and they didn't call it. Like he
Yeah.
was being held up, and I want to say it was medalist. I could be wrong. Came in and
It
fucking hit him
probably
helmet
was.
to helmet.
Yeah.
But listen, I just want to say real quick, I'm all for criticizing the refs. I just don't like blaming losses on the refs.
Sure.
Like that call didn't impact the outcome of the game in any
No.
way, shape, or form. So I'm okay.
And
with
even if
bitching
you
about it.
lost, that didn't change anything.
No, it was in
So,
the first
like,
quarter, and we still
yeah.
got the ball. So like, who cares?
Yeah. You know what caused this loss? I hate people saying it was Kevin O'Connell and just why on that, you stop the Bears, it's 10-9. Why do you run it 3 times? Because why not just run a safe throw with Dobbs? Because Josh Dobbs threw 3 interceptions on safe throws because he could not make them.
Safe throws.
So you give it. But no, he threw 3 interceptions on safe throws. One was not a
No,
safe throw,
I
and
get
it went
what
off
you-
Jordan
no,
Addison's
no, no,
hands.
I
I'm
get
not
what you
blaming
mean, I
them
get
for
what
that
you
one.
mean. No. That's what I
Yeah.
meant because you said he threw 3, and I was like, he threw 4, and then you
No,
said
it
safe
was
throws. and I went, oh,
specifically the
okay.
safe throws.
I
And
get what you mean. yeah.
Alexander Madison has played well. I trust him to get me 10 yards on 3 runs. I just do. Him or
Yeah.
Ty Chandler, because they did Madison, and then a screen to Chandler, which Josh Dobbs missed with a really bad throw.
Yeah.
Maybe if he just gives Ty Chandler a shot, we get the first down and it's game over and nobody's sad anymore.
Yeah.
It's not Kevin O'Connell's fault. Josh Dobbs I wanted the PASSTRONAUT to be a thing. I think all the people pretending he's going to be our quarterback of the future need to shut the fuck. Vikings
That
fans
was
hurt
a
my soul.
thing.
Vikings fans hurt my soul. The Josh Dobbs sold more jerseys like the last 3 weeks than any other NFL player.
Listen, Dobbs is fun, so I get that. But if it's
But,
like you're
dude,
genuinely trying to hype him up as franchise,
People wanted to hype him up, and now people are like, see, this is why we have to stick with Cousins. It's like, no, a week ago you were saying Dobbs. I'm saying put 16 out there. I just want to know what we have. I
Jaron
don't,
Hall.
dude, we know Josh Dobbs is a good backup. He's worth having around. If you can keep him as a backup, cool. If you keep Jaron Hall. If you have Kirk Cousins, Josh Dobbs is not a good backup. Just not. Styles don't match.
Yeah.
But no, this game's depressing, and I'm sad.
Yeah.
Also, Montez Sweat was worth every penny, and I refuse
Absolutely.
to hear otherwise.
All right.
Fucking 7
Yeah.
pressures, sack and a half. Dude's great.
Bro
Anyways.
clowned Brian O'Neill all day.
Also,
Incredible.
listen, real quick, just one last thing. Speaking of clowning, thoughts on Jaquan Brisker mocking the skull chant?
If we had a real quarterback, that would have been the biggest mistake of his life. That is only the second time it's ever worked.
Brisker's
So 8
just
out of
that
10
guy.
times. No, 8 out of 10 times you mock the skull chant, you end up losing in crushing fashion.
Not us. Not us.
Do it next time. I
Look-
dare you.
Look at us. Look at us.
Do it next
You did
time. Do it next time.
You did it.
Do it when we
Anyways.
don't have the PASSTRONAUT.
One more time. Jake, who won on Monday night?
Who won on
No.
Monday night?
Nobody,
Uh-huh.
because we had to watch that fucking game.
That would be the Chicago Bears. That would be
Da
the Chicago
Bears.
Da Bears.
Yeah, we gotta move.
Yeah, we do.
So,
Why?
fantasy league update. Walter White Seal is still in first place.
No, that's new. It was J-Pow.
Yeah, Walter White Seal is in first place. No, he was in first place last week too. We just didn't have an episode last week.
Oh, well, last time we had an episode, it was J-Pow, damn it.
Yeah, I'm in third place. Geek is down in 8th. Miller is in 5th. And I also have almost 1,000 less points allowed than Geek does this year. It's been a rough year for Geek.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, everybody that plays against me has their best week.
And
Like, expect your fantasy
but
team to have a great
this week is
Miller.
exciting because this week is the Miller Geek Bowl.
Oh,
Let's go.
it's all right. No Justin Fields, no Saquon, no DJ Moore, no Komet, no
Yeah.
Adams. Miller is cooked.
Yeah, Miller's
does-
projected 46.
Dude,
Oh,
Miller doesn't have anyone to play. His
Yeah,
entire
it's
bench
over
is
for
on
Miller
bye
this week. It's
because
over
he's
for Miller
dumb
this
and
week.
only has the Bears and
only
the
for Miller
Ravens.
Yeah,
this
who's
week.
in 5th place? Who's in 8th?
Who's gonna get fucking cooked this week by AJ Dillon?
Just for clarification, yeah. But yeah, and then the picks leaderboard, Geek leads us at 107 and 73. I'm in second place at 106 and 74, and Miller is in third place, aka last place, at 102 and 78. Speaking of the picks leaderboard, let's pick week 13, gentlemen.
Last week
Starting
was
off
a
with
bad week for me.
I won 11 and 5 last week. It was a good week for Jake.
Bad week for me.
Seahawks Cowboys on Thursday night. Boys, who do we got?
Dem boys.
Give me the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
All right. Battle
Miller's
of the
making roster moves.
Battle of the AFC set live on the show. Battle of the AFC South, Colts and Titans.
Give me the Colts. Minshew mania.
Taking the Titans.
Uh,
Taking a
Ooh.
little flyer
Give me
on
the
Titans.
Colts.
Okay. Falcons Jets. Give me the Jets defense against Desmond Ritter. I think they'll squeak it out.
Yeah. Give me the
Yeah.
Jets.
I also have the Jets.
Lions Saints.
Give
I'm
me
taking the Lions. I'm taking the Lions. This is a get
easily.
right game for them. This is a get right for them.
I have to do it. I actually can't do it. I hate both of these teams equally this year. Give me the Lions.
I'm writing down tie.
Give me the Lions, you loser.
Broncos Texans. Give me the Broncos. Hot streak continues.
Give me the Broncos.
Give me the Texans.
They could. It's just yeah. Chargers Patriots. You see,
Chargers.
you'd think. I mean, the Patriots are taken correctly. So give me the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miller?
Give me the
Chargers.
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 Everyone wants the
Cardinals Steelers. Oh man,
Chargers.
Give me the
I'm
Steelers. Matt Canada's gone. They're saved.
I'm gonna take the Steelers because they're
Yeah.
Oh
emotionally
my
good.
The
god,
Cardinals
the
just aren't there
quarterback.
yet.
Oh my god.
Dolphins.
Boys, hold on. Who do I pick? Mac Jones, Tim Boyle, Desmond Ritter, or Jake
Ritter.
Browning
Ritter.
against the
Browning's
Jets?
Browning has the Jaguars.
Or
Mac Jones
DTR
has the
against the
Chargers.
Rams?
DTR
might not play.
You can't take that flyer yet until you know he's going to play.
You could take the flyer because he doesn't have a quarterback on his roster right now.
I'll take Desmond Whittle.
I wouldn't, but good luck.
He'll throw a touchdown pass or something.
And 4 interceptions and finish.
Dolphins
with 8 points.
Commanders. Tua versus Howell.
Give me the
The
Dolphins.
elite
Give me
takes
the
bowl.
Dolphins.
Yeah, to the fence. Panthers Bucks. Do the Panthers get their second win of the year? Question
No.
mark?
Nah, Baker.
I think they do. Give me the Panthers. No more
Ooh.
Reich. Hey, the interim head coach never fails. The interim head coach
Except
never
it
fails.
does, especially when the Panthers are bad.
49ers Eagles, the big one. I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm taking the
Give me
Eagles as well.
Niners. Niners.
I need to change some picks here. I'm picking the same as everybody.
Browns Rams. Give me. No matter who's at quarterback, I'm taking the Rams.
I like the Browns defense a ton, but I gotta go the
I
Rams.
do too. Miller.
What is it? Rams and who?
Browns.
Give me the Rams.
Sunday Night Football. Chiefs Packers. Love Mahomes. Give me Mahomes.
Give me the Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs.
Then finally Monday night. Bengals Jags. I'm taking the
Give me
Jags.
the Jags.
Jake Browning
Give
is
me the
not
Jags.
a quarterback.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look at that. We still managed to finish in under 2 hours. We're just the best. All right. Well, yeah, that's our show. That's all we got for you guys. We want to thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. Obviously, if you guys have not seen our Twitter, if you don't follow us on Twitter, Spotify Wrapped came out. We got to see all the cool stuff that you guys have been doing for us. We're very thankful for you
I
guys.
didn't see
We
that.
love you guys. So yeah, go ahead and check it out on Twitter if you want to see our stats. But yeah, go follow us on Twitter, follow us on all our social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, at Run the North Pod everywhere.
Signing off from the guy in the Packers jersey, Miller, and Geek's wearing a Garoppolo jersey. That's all I got. I'm tired. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.